Time's up. Have your own.
Here it comes.
Fade in.
When it comes to fans, it is a fan's right to have whatever opinion they want to have.
Oh my God, you're not going to let me tell the story of cutting my penis off?
Again, I went to go see Deadpool last year, and Captain America trailer played, and somebody thought that that was Hawkeye.
I mean, it is.
Well, no, it's I hang on, brain. But hey, I need a restart. Hang on.
That Dermy comment broke us both because I heard Falcon too.
No, I heard Hawkeye.
Oh.
You heard Hawkeye, but it's like
Hawkeye.
there's 3 all wrongs right
I
there.
heard Hawkeye.
What a waste of my jerk off. How dare you not finish? How dare you?
I'm
Jurassic
surprised
World.
Jurassic Park didn't eat more out of Lilo's pie.
Oh,
Fuck.
and his answer is, I get to jerk myself off. Yes, Lord. And everybody is going to sit there and watch, and no one's going to stop me. Matter of fact, you there, GQ, hand me some lube.
You got to watch it. You got to hit the like button.
We've
You gotta
got to
tell
get
me.
it up for him, guys. Come on, everyone who's watching
Don't
this
say
video
it
needs
like
to
that.
go over there,
Don't say it like that.
and share the video. We gotta keep going.
Don't they have to get it up for me? Don't say it like that. God damn it. I'm still jerking off in front of my console.
And you think that anybody that says something otherwise is the racist? You crack-filled, heroin-smoking, porch monkey, white smoke, chocolate-eating moron. You're the racist.
Please, sir, can I have some darkies?
And I remember I'm lying there and I'm crying hell because I feel it right here and it's got its like pincer jaws and I'm holding it like this, trying to fight it. And I'm going, help me, help me. And my team doesn't hear me. And then someone else actually woke me up because I was actually going, help me, help me. And I woke up and my hands were like this with the pincers trying to get in there. And that was it.
Okay, Adam. I have one question only.
Yes.
Do you have 1987 grade crack at your home?
Great Scott.
James Gunn has no idea what he is doing at
Oh
all.
my God.
Jesus H.
Have you guys seen the video of the 4 of them? They're doing like this interview and they're like picking questions out of a fucking jar and they're dude, James Gunn didn't know Superman's middle name, Clark Kent's middle name.
Oh,
they
boy.
didn't know that he can like breathe in space. They're like, no, Superman can't breathe in space. It's like, this motherfucker flies across fucking galaxies. He flies in space. He lives on the sun for hundreds of years to become a god. How does James Gunn, and I ripped my fucking microphone out. I'm so fucking pissed. They don't know Superman's powers. They don't know his middle fucking name. They don't know why kryptonite weakens Superman. These people are fucking morons, and James Gunn's the greatest thing ever. Jesus Christ, I need a fucking Tylenol. It's disgusting, these people.
I'm gonna clip that, Adam. I'm clipping that.
Beautiful rant.
Golly.
Oh man. We're gonna leave it right there.
But we're gonna put the dog. We're gonna put Crypto in. Is he gonna be a yellow lab? Is he gonna be an American bulldog like he is in the comics? No. What are we gonna do? We're gonna have James Gunn's fucking retarded, ugly ass dog as Crypto because that's my dog. Batman, Brave and the Bold. We're just gonna jump to Damian Wayne because why? Because that's James Gunn's favorite Robin, so that's what we're gonna do. We just had an old Batman, an older, almost retired Batman. Everyone's complaining we need a fresh start on Batman. What's James Gunn doing? Damian Wayne. Where in the timeline is Damian Wayne? He's at the very fucking end. You're going to skip over Dick Grayson, Jason Todd, the death of Jason Todd, Red Hood, Tim Drake. You're going to skip over Oracle. You're going to skip over Barbara Gordon getting fucking paralyzed by the Joker. We're going straight to Damian Wayne. Are we fucking insane?
Before you go, one question.
Yes?
Where in the galaxy is Sanusi?
Show us your tits and I'll tell you.
I think I've died and gone straight to honker heaven. Boobs are amazing.
And these tool bags wouldn't know quality if it walked up and motorboated them. Because, you're going to motorboat quality.
Wait, what?
Quality boobs. You want to motorboat quality boobs.
There we go. All better now. Man, titties are the greatest things on earth.
That's right. Yes.
There was a lot that happened in that intro.
I did that this morning. I woke up and it all came together. I've been working on it in my head this last night. Hail and howdy, everybody. Welcome to the Roundtable 195. 5 weeks, 200. I'm surprised I've lasted this long. We got a good one for you guys today. We got positivity. We're front loading the positivity, and then we're going to take a dump of negativity at the end. That's how it's going to be today. I'm sorry. It's the way it has to be. Anyway,
like eating Pizza Hut.
Hey, Dermy.
What? We're trying to be positive at the beginning of all this shit.
What was that?
That was a demon baby.
Demon baby.
That was a demon baby from Doctor Who. Dermy hates
baby.
it. That's him off. Anyway, welcome everybody. Let's go around real quickly because I want to dive right in. Hi, Jed. How you feeling today?
Oh, I'm feeling great. We have a lot of great things to talk about. This is going to be a Pokemon heavy stream because I know several of us have played the new game. Some Pokemon experts. I am not one of them, but we're going to have a hell of a discussion, I think. And Adam's just going to sit back and get paid to do nothing.
No,
how come he's benefiting off of all of us?
I'm going to insert timely questions. Okay?
Okay.
I'm a moderator. I can do this. I can do this because he's finally here because this is what Batman does. He's a part-timer. He comes in when we need him the most. My favorite Goyim, the 9-time champion. The 9-time champion as opposed to the 9-time champion below him.
That is the dumbest joke I've ever fucking heard.
Yeah, but I'm going with
The
it.
dumbest joke.
Welcome officially here for the first time as a full team member. Fear the Beardo. Hello.
I show up when I'm needed, and when the
Yes.
bat signal is shined up in the sky, the 9-time Pokemon champion shows up to talk about Pokemon Legends ZA. I'm here, boys. Thank you, Adam. Thank you, Jed, for having me on. I'm excited to be here.
Yes. And we have the master, the battle master, the Pokemon battle master, Dre, who knows what he's doing. He makes people cry with his victories. Hi, Dre.
I
How are
do
you?
make people cry. It's what I do. Their lube is my opium. Absolutely.
What?
It feels good to be here. It feels good to be here, and good to see you, Beard. I'm glad you're able to come. And Dermy, and shout out to the chat. Yeah, we got a lot to talk about Legend ZA. Unfortunately for me, it's a lot of negativity. Unfortunately.
Oh no.
I'm
Oh no.
not pleased.
For you personally.
For me
Oh.
personally.
We have okay.
I'm
We
not
literally
pleased.
have the sides are lined up here. They're lining up because
Okay.
I'm not
'cause-
pleased.
we've got Dermy here.
Interesting.
We've got Dermy here because Dermy, I think, is I think you've played it the most out of everybody right now. in terms of time played.
I don't know how many hours I'm going on.
You're
right
farther
now.
along in the story than Bearder was. I know that.
I know
I'm-
that much.
He's further than me, but I've taken some time to
Yes.
do side quests.
Yeah.
And also I was shiny hunting.
Yes.
So
That's.
I'm-
I wanted to talk about that. I do.
I'm about 20 hours into the game.
I'm not 20 hours in. I haven't even checked. I think I'm 17 or 18 hours. But the thing is, I've also been doing some of the side quests and grinding off stream. I've been trying to focus
There you
in
go.
on a lot of that off the stream so I can get my Pokemon up to all the ones that I want up to level 50 is what I've been working on right
Why are
now.
you talking with your eyes closed?
He's thinking
Because I'm
hard.
thinking.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
thinking. I'm still waking up, dude. I
Dude.
rolled out of bed like
I streamed for 8 hours last night. I went to bed at 6 a.m.
Here we go.
And I woke up at 7:30, and I've already been on 2 podcasts. This is my 3rd podcast today.
Okay, guys.
Well, I don't have cocaine.
I'm living on beer, Coors Light, and Ghost energy drinks.
Oh, see, this is the energy. I knew this was going to be like this. This is why I wanted Dermy on, because I knew they've been competing. They've been firing jabs back and forth about their success.
He wants to act like he's actually an important Pokemon master. I get it. Okay. I get it.
Hi, Dragon Lady.
Hi. Well, I feel like the odd one up because I haven't got or played Pokemon Legends, so I can't really properly comment on it.
I haven't played it either. I've just been watching it, though. I've been watching it. Okay. Hail and howdy to the chat. We're happy you guys are here. Hail to the mods, Legatus and Algram, doing the good work. Hello, Go For It Painting. Hail, Arctic Warriors. Welcome, my friend. Hail, Ruben X, also one of the mods. Huzzah, son of Joxer. Hail, Frank. How you doing, my friend? Hail, Rolando A. Ramirez. The Tylenol joke that was made long before the Tylenol joke became a thing.
That's true. That is true.
Yeah, that was before that. Hail, Matt Stranger. And hail, Static. And anybody else just chilling, not chatting. We are happy to have you guys with us today. Hit those like buttons. Subscribe to the channel. Links are below. Let's get right into it. So today's show, as I said, we're going to start with the Pokemon stuff. And then we're going to talk the theme afterwards, which is tourism ruining all our stuff. The tourists. They have been, the corpos and agenda-driven assholes have been thinking to them, and they're part of the reason that everything is so crappy, because they are the ones that have been catered to, not us, the real passionate fans. But with that said, let's get to the...
There's a little bit of that going on with Pokemon, too.
Definitely. So here we are. Let's go into the fun stuff. Now, let me just set the stage. I'm going to moderate this. I have not played ZA. I haven't played a Pokemon game since Red. That was the only one I ever played.
Whoa, my God.
But listen. I watched the anime for a long time, and I tapped out when one of Ash's companions was the chick who was doing the Pokemon performance battles. That's when I tapped out.
Dawn. So that was
what gen is that?
So that was Sinnoh. Mm-hmm. So Gen 4, and that was Dawn, and she was doing the beauty pageants.
Yeah.
It started with May, then it went Dawn, then they took a break.
May was doing the beauty pageants too?
Yeah, May was also doing the beauty pageant.
Oh, it was
she
the
was
second
doing
one. It was Dawn.
It was Dawn was the second one, then they took a break.
Well,
then they came
so
back
the
and did
first
it again
one, so Gen 1 and 2 was Misty. She was the water trainer. Gen 3 was May. with her brother Max.
Yeah.
That was Hoenn region. And then Gen 4 Sinnoh was Dawn. She had the Piplup.
Yeah, so that's what I tapped out about halfway through Sinnoh region. Then I kind of did,
Sinnoh
because
was so good.
That's what it's like I'm not really into it anymore. And since I wasn't playing the games, the anime turned into let's be friends all the time, and I just wasn't vibing with it more. So I just took a step back. And it was it.
The game did that too.
It did?
Yep,
okay.
sure
yeah.
So after that, I took a step back. But of course, Pokemon kept going without me, which is fine. It's just completely fine. So here we are. We got 9 generations. They're working on Gen 10. But in between, we get what Dermy has called these standalones, alternate kind of stuff, the Legends.
Spinoffs. Yeah.
Spinoffs. Yeah. And the latest one now is Z-Day, which, as I've heard everybody describe it, is a drastic departure from the standard turn-based stuff. It's what I called it on Friday when we were talking with Dermy, and he's adopted it. It's an action RPG essentially now. It's an action RPG
absolutely.
where you got elements in it.
I like that.
Treat it like that. But you can still treat it like a JRPG, which is where I want to bring in my commentary before I let go in. Now, I've watched both Beardo and Dermy play. I've watched them both play. I'm just quiet in the audience, watching happily. And Dermy plays it. He just keeps going forward. He does some grinding off camera, but he does it. And when he's fighting those mega battles, you struggle a little bit because your Pokemon aren't all leveled up. There's
only one that I really struggled on.
The Barnacle Barble, whatever that was. You had a rough time with that one last night. Now watch Beardo play. Now Beardo, you're treated like a JRPG. You're running around, you're maxing out your favorites, almost 50 already, and you're going and you're doing what I would do when I do it. I would power level, run into the storyline stuff, and get out of my way. You're below me now. I'm gonna chomp you. I'm gonna hit you. Get out of my way. And you're also you're looking for those shinies, and you're maximizing. You're trying to get those high levels. You're exploring every little bit before you move on. That's how I usually treat an RPG, and that I found it interesting watching you both play different sides. Also, your teams, because clearly 2 different people, 2 different styles. That is fascinating to me. Watch different teams. Now Dre's been streaming it, so I can't comment on what Dre's been doing. Neither is Jed. So I'll leave that to you guys to discussion. But there's my experience. So I'm not a complete noob, but I'm a lapsed Pokemon player and guy. So with that said, our Pokemon trainers, our masters, how you feeling? How you feeling? Who wants to go first?
Want me to go first?
Go ahead.
No, I think you explained how my gameplay is pretty good, better than I would explain it myself. I'm trying to do all the side quests that I can and knock some stuff out, doing and grinding the wild zones, and I'm trying to complete my Pokedex as much as I can each step of the way. I also have been doing some shiny hunting. You know, there's a method out there for shiny hunting, so I was doing that a lot last night. And so my 2 main Pokemon that I'm using right now for Alligator and Charizard, I've been maxing them out, giving them their calciums, their carbos, their proteins, all the feathers, the smart feathers, the strength feathers and everything, trying to max out their stats and level them up. Like when you get the XP candies, those are the main 2 Pokemon that I am giving the candies to and leveling them up. So those 2 Pokemon are definitely over leveled and overpowered, which that's how I want to play it. Like there's a side quest with this detective Emma, who is hot as fuck, by the way.
We call her dead ass. We call her dead ass.
Emma is a smoke show. Fuck, right, Dre? Fuck.
100% accurate. Absolutely.
Yeah.
One more. I don't know if you got into her yet. There's one more that I like a lot.
Oh, she got the titties.
Get to her. It's annoying.
She got them titties.
She.
Is it a dude?
No, it's a chick.
Okay, it's a chick. Okay.
It's a chick.
Okay. Emma. I love Emma. So I've done all of her side quests so far, done a lot of shiny hunting. I'm rank F. I just went because there's a point in the story where you get to rank V, and then you get hired by the company to do some extra work for them. So they're like, we're going to take you from V to step F. So that's where I'm at right now. But yeah, so to get to my opinion about the game, I don't mind it. I like it. People are complaining about the graphics. I'm playing on Switch 2, so I'm maybe having a better experience than some people. I'm playing on Switch 2. The load times are almost absent. It looks great, and I think people have a lot of high expectations because of Pal World or other modern games. People need to keep in mind, this is fucking Pokemon. This is Pokemon. Pokemon has never been known for their knock your socks off the greatest graphics ever. It's always been about battling and also the lore, the narrative, and stuff like that, and strategy. So that's where I love Pokemon. I don't care about the graphics. If it was still 8-bit pixel art and top down, I would still be happy, more than happy. But it's just the way it is now, that it's 3D open world, third
Everything's
person.
like that now. That's
Yeah,
a lot of us have to live with that. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's never going to go back to being that way. So we just have to live with it as far as that goes.
Yeah.
It'll always be compared to Legends Arceus because this is the Legends series, which I hope that this is successful enough. ZA is successful enough that we get more. I hope this doesn't kill this little separate kind of spin-off series that they're doing with Legends. But Arceus was semi-open world. You had your different areas and biomes that you can go to. You can go to the swamp, the snow, the terrain and stuff. So this is all open world, but it's just in a city, which is interesting. And they have these wild zones that are designated to where you get to catch Pokemon. You can still catch Pokemon in other areas, like on the roof, and there's some like random ones that pop up in different alleyways. But they have designated wild zones to catch the majority of your Pokemon. and you can only really do trainer battles at night in your battle zones. I don't love that. But on the contrary, I'm going to contradict myself a little bit, play devil's advocate to myself. The whole 8 gyms and the Elite Four and the Pokemon League, it's tired. I love it, but that's for the mainline games. For a spinoff, I'm okay with changing it up and doing something interesting. And so I'm okay with it for a spinoff. Another thing that I really love is the new battle mechanic. I love it. It's very quick. You have to be smart. How high is your Pokemon IQ? When the Pokemon comes out, what type are they? I have to be quick and cycle through on my controller. What Pokemon do I want out right now? Oh, this is a flying type. I need to have electric out right now and use electric moves. Oh shit, he's putting out a fucking poison type. Let me get out psychic. Like, you have to be really fucking quick on knowing the Pokemon typing and getting that out there. And also, this is going to sound silly, but it's what it's called. There's no PP on the moves anymore. So each move had a certain amount of uses in battle, and then it would restart after you get out of the battle. Okay, or if you go to Nurse Joy and heal or whatever. There's no more PP for the moves. Now it's on a timer.
It's action RPG cooldowns is what it is. Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
So it's very quick. It's intense, and you have to move around, and that's like, it's kind of like in the anime when you hear Ash say, Pikachu, dodge that move, dodge. Like, you can actually do that now in game while you're moving around the battle. Like, you can have your Pokemon move to dodge a certain attack, which I like, man. It's very intense, and it's strategic, but also you just got to be fucking quick with it. It almost kind of feels like a fucking Souls game when you're having these battles.
Especially if you use moves like Protect, Spike Shield, or King Shield. If you pop it just at the right time, you can block any move. Any move, and it's super intense, and I'm still struggling.
Also, some of the defensive moves, like using Growl or something like that. Something as simple as that. Like, you have to utilize those. I know I've been talking a lot, and I know that Dermy and Dre want to talk too. But so far, my experience, I'm enjoying it. I'm actually really enjoying it for what it is. I'm having a good time. So,
all right. So, Dermy, you're the other one I've watched play this a bunch. And let me ask you this. So, Beardo's laid out how different mechanics. How is it fitting into the lore for you?
Into the lore,
you had some good surprises. Well, without spoilers for people who haven't gotten there, you had some moments that I watched you react really strongly to in terms of story and connectivity to previous games.
This is something that, speaking of the lore, like, some of it is incredibly interesting. So I was playing last night again. I'm further in this story than Beardo is, and I finally realized that this is taking 5 years after X and Y. So some of that is actually really impressive to me, because I didn't know that. I try to go in as raw as possible to these games, not to be spoiled. And I did freak out when I saw a certain character that we'll just call L, because I don't know if Beardo's met him by now. So Lysander. So I have not met
Lysander.
Okay, so I did a little spoiler there.
It's okay. It's okay. I don't care.
Lysander does come back, and I did freak out because for a while there, not knowing that he was in the game, I thought maybe Vinny was going to be Lysander, because they have very similar beard structures and stuff like that. So I am having fun with it. There's other things that I'm still curious about, like lore-wise. So like Prism Tower, the big Eiffel Tower, in there is supposed to be the Lumia City Gym. So I don't know if that's even there right now. I wouldn't mind being able to at least it, if not do something with that, but I'm willing to bet that that's in game. What I also love is just some of the little quirks that the city has, like some of the little taxis, the holo elevators, all the holograms throughout it, because that was a big part of X and Y and that generation was all the holograms are everywhere. And they have like unique little characteristics about them, and I've been having a fun time. And one of the other reasons I'm constantly progressing forward in the story is the more you progress forward in the story, there's more stuff that opens up.
Right.
And I always discovering something new that I did not realize was there.
Mhm.
Last night I discovered secret police officers training to be secret police officers, which was pretty interesting. So I'm having a grand old time. Like, it is different. The battle mechanics are a little wonky at first. I struggled. It took me a little bit of time to get a hang of it. I have a good little style right now that's working for me personally, but it's still not perfect. And outside of that, not a whole lot of complaints. Game mechanics. Day-night cycle kind of pisses me off from time to time.
It does.
The gay night cycle.
Yeah, gay night cycle. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, gay night cycle. It has fucked me over way too many times.
He gets in the middle of a fight.
Oh, yes.
And it ends in the middle of the fight.
Oh,
starts
dude.
a fight and he gets cut off from something.
You need a longer period of day and a longer period of night.
Oh, you're telling me like there's been some alpha Pokemon that I'm like, fuck, I don't have that alpha Pokemon yet. And I'm in an intense battle with this alpha Pokemon. Boom, nighttime, alpha Pokemon despawns. And I'm like, dude, I just spent 5 minutes fighting this fucking alpha Pokemon, and then it just disappears because now it's nighttime.
Yeah. Okay, so mostly positive. Let's get to the opposite end. Dre, you said you're feeling negative about this.
And for first context.
Maybe I convinced Dre a little bit.
Okay, this is what I'll say. Beardo,
Here we go.
Beardo made a lot of very good points. And as always, very articulate. Well done. But let me give a little context. When it comes to Pokemon spinoffs, I've never really been fans of them. Outside of Pokemon Stadium and Pokemon Coliseum, I've never been a fan of spinoffs.
What about Gale of Darkness?
Okay, that too. That counts.
Yeah,
the GameCube ones were very good.
yeah.
Let me be clear.
Yeah.
The GameCube ones were absolutely fantastic. Gale of Darkness was fantastic. Coliseum was absolutely fantastic. Those games were very, very good. The ones that were handheld, the ones that have come out over the last 10 to 15 years, not really been my jam. When Arceus came out, I got Arceus, and I was like, oh, it's okay. It's okay. I think I like the idea that there was something fun being, something new was being brought, trying to make into an action RPG or whatever, with still Pokemon elements. For me, ZA has deviated from the good work that Arceus did. Now, I was not a big fan of Arceus, but I believe it's deviated. And there was a couple of parts that I just have a problem with mechanically. And one of those, which Beardo I know raved about, is the cooldown. I hate the cooldown more than anything else in freaking life. And I understand what they're trying to do. I understand they're trying to make this a legitimate action RPG, and give them credit. They put in elements that would accentuate that if you're into that. For me, it just didn't resonate. I would like to spam water gun repeatedly. I mean, that is what I want to do. I want to spam, and I just feel like it limits the level of creativity when it comes to my builds. That's my opinion. It limits my level of
interesting
for me. I think it limits it a bit there. And from my opinion and play style for me. And look, I think it's cool. I think the idea of more or less a parry system when it comes to protect, spiky shield and stuff like that. I think that's unique. I think they're trying to do something different, which is good for Pokemon, because one thing I've been raving about for years is that the mainline games have all been the freaking same, except the fact that people are moving crap. Where is my freaking battle tower? Bring my battle tower back.
The Battle Frontier.
Yes. Gen 10 better bring me back my tower, freaking Mortal Kombat style. Let's do that. Give me that again. But that's for a conversation another time. One thing that I do like, well, first of all, okay, I'm a Totodile guy. I worship as
Let's go.
Totodile. Okay.
Yes. Totodile is my favorite Pokemon of all time, Dre.
He is fantastic. And I think all Gen 2 starters get a very, very bad rep. I think they get a very bad rep, except for Meganium. Meganium's garbage. I don't care what anybody has to say. It's hot trash. It's hot trash.
Yeah, the Chikorita's lame, but Totodile and Cyndaquil is awesome.
It needs to go. And I think Gen 2 in general gets a really bad rep. There's some really good Pokemon in Gen 2. Now there's some stinkers, but there's some really good Pokemon in Gen 2, and I think the idea of putting them and the forefront is a really, really good idea. And anytime Totodile is the forefront, lube me up. I'm ready to go. So I think that's cool that Gen 2's getting its shine. So on that aspect, I'm very excited about. The graphic stuff, I don't give a crap about graphics. Like what Beardo said, I can give 2 squirts of piss. That joint could be 8-bit. It could be me with drawings, and I'm still gonna just go for it. I think it's just a newer generation of players that's getting into Pokemon that's used to
tourists.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
A lot of it is people that wanted to compare it to things like Digimon or Power World, like Beardo said.
Apples and oranges.
And
they're not
those are
comparable.
completely different worlds, and not to mention, like, Digimon died 20 years ago. And let's tell the truth and shame the devil. That's a non-factor.
That
And,
anime
like,
relaunch is really bad.
all of it, like anything like Gen 1, Gen 2, but seasons. They didn't do gens. Seasons 1 and 2 of Digimon, I think, were very good. But after that, it all went freaking downhill really quick. But I digress. But it's just like aspects of this game. I was hoping it would be a step forward from Arceus to take what Arceus did well, especially with traversing terrain and all the other great stuff, cool stuff like that. I thought it would be taking a step forward. For me, I think it's taking a step back by limiting it to like this city environment and then just having patches.
I can understand that. I can absolutely understand that.
It just feels like this line, it's not main line, but this line, the Legends line, I feel like it's just taking a step back, and which comes to a different Pokemon problem, the laziness of Pokemon, and how they know that there's no real competition, and so they know they can just kind of do anything, and they're gonna make gojillions of dollars. They're gonna make gojillions. They're gonna make gojillions. They're gonna make more money than Jesus. Okay, they're gonna make gojillions of dollars on this game. And this game isn't even mainline. I'm pretty sure it's going to sell 15 million copies by the end of this week or whatever. I'm sure of it.
Unlike other games, we'll likely get an announcement of how many copies were sold at the beginning of next week.
Oh, yes, because I know everybody, their grandmama and their fat auntie went and got this joint. I know it. It's not even. It's not.
I have a Switch. I could get it if I wanted to.
See, but Adam's been retired since, I don't know, Game Boy. So it's like,
hey, I played Coliseum when I took care of my buddy's NCC4 for his semester to keep it away from his girlfriend.
Coliseum is so good. That game is so freaking good.
Hey, it was great seeing my Bulbasaur just put on the big screen like that. I love doing that.
Isn't it great?
In there. It was great.
That's definitely when Nintendo was innovative, but that's a different conversation. But
Dre, to follow up on that, do you remember on the GameCube, you can get the attachment on the bottom of the GameCube?
Yes.
And then put your Game Boy games in it. But with the Coliseum, that's how you were able to get the Gen 1 and Gen 2 Pokemon onto your Game Boy Advance games, because there was no link cable with the Game Boy to Game Boy Advance that wasn't compatible. So you had to play Coliseum to put the previous generations, and you can transfer them. If you had the Game Boy thing on your GameCube, you can transfer your Pokemon through that.
Genius. It was genius.
So good.
You know how many times I passed that Blastoise down? That Blastoise was pat down to generations. Big Blasty.
Oh, dude.
Shock.
I still have the Jirachi event from Pokemon Coliseum on current gen. I transferred it up every single generation. I still have that motherfucker.
That's amazing. That's amazing. But yeah, but all that to say, like, I think it's fine. I think it's fine. I think Legends EA is fine. And of course, they're bringing back, Megas are back. Everybody's favorite gimmick. It wasn't my favorite gimmick personally. Megas was never my favorite gimmick. I think it was cool.
Really?
They're broken. They're broken. Beardo, they're broken. Anytime when playing competitive for many years, and Beardo, you know this, man. We're playing competitive for many years. When you can introduce something that's absolutely broken, and let's just say I'll go a low end, Mega Ampharos. Okay, Mega Ampharos. I personally like Mega Ampharos. However, that joint is thick and has crazy special attack. Once that Mega kicks in, HP skyrockets, and for some odd reason it gets speed too. It's now broken as sin. I just can't get around.
So
that's why you do Mega Lucario.
If you're gonna say that Mega Evolution's broken, would you also say that like Z moves and Gigantamax and terraforming, like if Mega Evolution's broken, then all the other gimmicks are broken?
Well, yeah, all the gimmicks are broken, but Gigantamax is easy to get around. First of all, you don't even have your moves anymore. you get like variations of what your type move is. Run like if you run a protect, or if you run a any 2-turn move that you can run, you can just avoid it and you're done for 3 turns, and now you're back to normal.
G-Max had a workaround. Z moves were broken because you could do things like Z move curse, which healed you if as a ghost type, and then applied a stronger curse onto your opponent.
Yeah. So me personally, okay, let me get personal here. I don't like the gimmicks. All right. I even from back in the day, the most recent gimmicks as far as the Terra, this is the only one that I actually enjoyed using, because it's another aspect of a creative way of new strategy and to kind of trick your opponent into like a moment. And I think that's cool. And it's easy things a way around it, because you still get new weaknesses, blah, 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 blah. But when it came to the daggone megas, it's like, okay, am I about to get swept? Are you about to bend me over the daggone a dumpster and have your way with my hiney? Like what are we doing? Like what are you doing? Like I can't.
That's just a regular Friday night for Dermy.
Exactly.
No, Sunday nights again. I'm all
hey, wait a minute! I shoot with you once a month on Sunday. No.
He only does it on the Lord's Day, and he's not talking about God.
Yeah, but I'm just thinking think about like Primal Kyogre or like Mega Gengar, like ones are just completely and utterly like, oh yeah, let's or X and Y freaking daggone Mewtwo's. I'm just like, bruh.
I wish they would have just stuck with Megas and that be the only gimmick. But now that they've done Z moves, Gigantamax, and terraforming or whatever, it's too many. Why are you getting crazy with it? Just stick with the Megas in each generation. Pokemon that didn't have Megas before, give them their Mega. Just keep going.
Once again, you bring up something that this is why I think there's aspects of this game that's really cool. Anytime that Feraligator's getting love, I'm getting love. So when we're introducing that kind of stuff, you're trying to win me over. You're trying to seduce me. Now, granted, I think Mega Dragonite looks like hot garbage, but all the same,
Mega Feraligator doesn't look that good.
No, Mega Feraligator is the worst one. I actually like Dragonite's Mega, but Feraligator's Mega is trash.
I'm not gonna agree that it's the worst one. Mega Meganium exists.
Anything.
What about that Starmie?
Yeah, that's Starmie.
That Starmie's a meme. I love it.
Starmie,
it's a meme.
yeah, Starmie looks like that reminds me of like a traditional old school anime character of like some freaky monster baby children chicken monkey that's just running around. Just the active.
It looks like a human in a Starmie Halloween costume.
Yeah. But but I say all that. I'll wrap up. I know Jed has to say. Yeah.
Well, real quick, I want to say something about what Dre said earlier. I just didn't want to interrupt him. You said that the new battle mechanic, it hinders your creativity. The cooldown. It hinders your creativity when it comes to battling.
Yes.
I would have to disagree. I feel like I have to get more creative with it. Okay. I feel like I need to utilize and make sure that all 4 of my moves, because before in Pokemon, I knew if I had Flamethrower or Ice Punch or Ice Fang or Fire Blast or whatever, I knew that I could simply just overpower some of these people, even if there was no typing advantage. I can just be like, oh, I don't fucking care. I got a fucking Charizard in there, a level 70 Charizard going against a level 50 Golem, and Fire type's weak to Fire type isn't effective against Rock type. I'll still use my Fire Blast, and I'll just still one-hit KO him. It doesn't even matter.
Defense is garbage. Yeah,
it doesn't even matter. But now, with how it is with the cooldown,
sure,
I feel like I have to make sure that each and every single one of my 4 moves is strategic. I'm constantly looking at my moves and saying, I have to make sure that each one, because with the cooldown, I know that I have to use 3 other ones while this thing is cooling down for 7 to 10 seconds.
Sure.
So I feel like I'm forced to be more creative with my moves.
Okay. I know. I can see your perspective. I can see that.
Before I jump to Jed, that's a very fascinating, because that is a combination of action RPG and MMO RPG tactics. You have your rotations, you have your cooldowns, you have to have your muscle memory. You got to do it, and there is planning ahead of that. Now, that being said, the junior trainer. How you feeling? The masters are done talking. The season 1 Ash can now speak.
Well, yes, with that, a disclaimer, I'm a very new Pokemon fan. I played my first Pokemon game about a year, maybe 2 years ago, and I've only played Sword, Shield, Arceus, and Scarlet. So this is like my 4th Pokemon game. So this isn't a perspective of an expert or a big fan of the franchise, someone who knows any of the lore. But from my perspective, I was incredibly bored with this game. I'm about 10, 15 hours in, and I chafed under the strict hand-holding over the early parts of the game. It just kept trying to say, you have to go on the rails. It lets you out into the city.
The first 3 hours are a pain to get through.
There's invisible walls everywhere. There's a wild zone right there. I want to go check it out. Nope, it's 10 feet too far away. There's a Pokeball with an item in it. It's half a foot away. Sorry, you can't walk down this alley yet. And it was just bothering me so much that I haven't put a whole lot of hours in. So if you had asked me yesterday morning how I felt about this game, I would probably tell you that I wasn't going to finish it, that I was just bored. And the combat's fun. I do absolutely enjoy the new elements of it, like Beer was talking about. It's a lot more engaging, but there was so little of it in the early aspects. But as soon as you eat those 4 side quests, they call them side quests. They're just main quests that you get introduced to the idea of side quests. Once you get past that, the map opens up, and I got to that point last night, and I started to enjoy it a lot more. I went around and did all 6 wild areas in a row, been exploring. I'm only level X, so I've only leveled up a couple times, but it's starting to be fun, divorced from the story. The story and the hand-holding is boring as all hell, but as soon as it gave me freedom, I started to enjoy it. That said, the map feels so small. I want to be able to do more stuff. 6 wild zone. I don't know if there's going to be more eventually, but
there's going to be at the end game. I believe there's 20 wild zones.
That's the end game then. But yeah, just looking at the map, it feels so small, especially in comparison to Arceus, which had 5 maps, each of them bigger than this map. This one feels about the size as the village from Arceus, which is just something you walk through on occasion. So I feel very underwhelmed with this game as a whole. Now, when I actually get into the combat, I really enjoy it. I wish the dodge mechanics would apply to your Pokemon rather than just to you, because me running around just trying to get it out of the way sometimes can be annoying. I want to be able to tell it to dodge. I don't know if that's a mechanic that comes later, but that quick thinking that Beard is talking about, paying attention to the symbols, not having time to strategize in the classic turn-based way, is more my play style. I'm not a turn-based guy. Pokemon and Expedition 33 are the only turn-based games I've ever really played. So going away from that is definitely a way to get me invested. But overall, I'm still just immensely bored with it. I don't care about the story. I don't care about Mega Evolution Hotel Z, which is the abbreviation of MZ Hotel, or Team MZ, whatever. But I don't care about the story in any way, shape, or form.
As the fucking old tall guy.
I know
that dude is creepy as shit.
I know his name's AZ, but I call him Az.
I call him Az too. I call him Az. But so for that battle mechanic, like for having your Pokemon dodge, the character has to dodge and then move around, and then when you lock on with your left trigger, and then you call for a move when you're in that spot, that's when the Pokemon will like book it and hurry his ass up to where you're at. So that's kind of like the workaround to how you have to get him to dodge the moves is you dodge yourself, command him or your Pokemon to do a move, and he'll come over to that spot instead of just dodging and like not doing anything. The command is the move.
Roll out Fire Wheel.
Or
Best way to get around.
Fire Wheel or Fire Spin? Which one is it? Fire Wheel?
Fire Wheel. You want Roll Out and Fire Wheel on your Pokemon. They move so much faster and they can get so much further to where you need them to be.
Okay, so we've heard all of this, and my assessment is as the person who is a lapsed Pokemon fan, a lapsed player, all that kind of stuff. And what I'm gonna say is this: I've heard you guys talk about the game, and that's what I wanted to hear. I wanted to hear about the game, the mechanics, the story, and I've watched you guys play it. As someone who has no dog in this race, None whatsoever. I'm not gonna go out and buy any Pokemon game in this moment. I'm not tempted or anything like that. This sounds like the game's fine. I mean, Jed's criticism is legitimate. And Dermy, I've heard you say this. Beard, I've heard you say this. And Dredd is now echoed as well. When you're locked into that early part and you can't do anything, that's frustrating. And because I heard Dermy saying early on when I watched him playing his first stream, he's like, I want to do this. No, I don't care about this. Let me go do this. And Jed then echoed that to me in private and now says it live on here. So I think that is a problem of the people who are in charge of this franchise series. They don't understand. They've never done this before. They don't understand, okay, there's a fine line. You can't lock people into on the rails for 3 hours. You have to give them some freedom. First 30 minutes to 45 minutes, fine. Tutorials, this and that, introduction stuff, fine. But then you give that brief freedom. Give that brief freedom. Let you run around, as Beardo has been doing. Run around, do as much as you can. Get every side mission. Hunt down every little bit. Find every little trinket hiding around every little corner. Get that, but then suddenly, oh, I'm out of stuff to do. Okay, next story mission. Now lock me in for a little bit longer. Then open up the world again. I think that their problem is they've never done this before. At least, I'm not saying Nintendo's ever done this before. Whoever's in charge of whoever the development team is. They've never done something quite this before, so it looks like they don't understand the mechanics of blending this kind of play. Go ahead, Dermot.
Well, one of the things that they do, and this is every Pokemon game, they always do the hand holding in case they have new players. They always want to do that in every single game. Yeah, it is more recent. They started doing this,
and I know the reason why, Dermy. But finish your thought.
I don't remember when they started it, but they always want like the new player, the people that are coming in to feel like they can do this and they can like tackle everything slowly. But it bothers players like Beardo, Dre, and I, who have played this game over and over again, where it's like, just let us go. We can figure it out as we get through it. Like I'm discovering speed stats now, and they're actually more important than I thought they were. So now I'm thinking this stuff through, and I would like to actually.
Now you're discovering speed.
No. In this game, speed stats are different than every other game. Where speed stats now actually reduce your cooldown time. Yeah. So they actually have a benefit. I didn't realize that.
So the reason why it's so normie friendly right now, especially in the first 3 to 4 hours of the game, is because of Pokemon Go.
Oh
yeah, I've been saying that since Sun and Moon, because that came out around about the same time.
It really started with I can see some elements in Sun and Moon, but definitely with Let's Go Eevee and Sword and Shield. Because
did anybody get Let's Go Eevee? Okay. Did anybody get Let's Go Eevee?
I love Let's Go Eevee. I love it.
I can't do, and I
love it. It is a great Gen 1 remake.
And look, I got no problem with the idea of punching me in the face with nostalgia penis. I get that. I understand this. It's just like I don't know. I don't know. I've been playing this game for almost 30 years. You know what I mean? And it's just like at some point the I'm like, and that's why I gotta give Legends credit. This is the first time a midquel, as it were, in the middle of
That's
each
a good way to put a
generation.
midquel.
Yeah, for the next generation has actually given us something that's actually new, and that's why I gotta give it credit. It ain't perfect, but it's actually new. The Let's Go franchise, and now granted, sold a bazillion copies. It's Pokemon. It's what it does, but it's like I don't know. Reintroduction for people that didn't know, that weren't born when Red and Blue and stuff weren't there, and I got it from my nephew, and I was like, hey, and I watched him play. I'm like, I shouldn't have done this. This was a mistake. I shouldn't. I felt guilty. I felt guilty.
It's good. It's good, but
they're fine. They're not as good as Beardo's making it out to be. They're fine.
No, my main gripe with Let's Go is the fucking stupid wild Pokemon capture mechanic, and that was my point where Pokemon Go normalized. I want to say normiized because it's the fucking normies who are coming in. Pokemon Go had a whole bunch of people who were never invested in Pokemon. They used to talk shit on Pokemon. The people playing Pokemon Go bullied kids and people like us while we're still in middle school and high school playing Pokemon. And they're saying Pokemon's gay and shit like that. And they bullied us. But then in 2015, 2016, when Pokemon Go came out, everyone's fucking playing.
Is that how old it is? It's been out that long?
Yeah,
2016, I
Really?
believe.
Yeah.
2016 was
All right,
Pokemon Go.
Summer of 2016.
All right, 2016, 2017. That's like my black spot when I was in recovery for shit. So I don't remember when I was laid up for a while. So
Acid?
No, I
bad.
had like actual Chinese real COVID.
Gotcha.
He ate a bat.
I did not eat a bat.
But
He ate
anyways,
something in
so
China.
Well, I
since
did.
that point, with Pokemon Go getting people into the actual Pokemon franchise, what Nintendo and Game Freak have been doing is they've been trying to make the franchise and the mainline games more normie friendly for the new players who are just getting into it. Like, let's make this more friendly. Let's put them on the rails a little bit. Let's give them the introductions into the new, because like during the first 5 generations, really, you play the game and you get your fucking Pokemon from the professor and you're on your own.
Yep.
You're on your own. You need to actually read the dialogue. There was no, here's the objective. There was no press the pause button and see, go here. Like, there was none of that. You needed to read the dialogue of what the motherfuckers were telling you to do to actually go there. And guess what? If you weren't paying attention, or if you set the game down for a year and come back to go play it, you're like, I don't know where the fuck to go. What am I doing?
I remember
one thing I want to add real quick, Beardo. You're missing one part.
What happened?
One part that guarantees that this was now normie friendly. The rival picks the weakness you chose.
Correct. Yeah, because back in the day, your rival
opposite.
Pick the opposite. Pick the strength against your Pokemon. Also, the rival used to be a dick.
Yep.
The rival was a fucking asshole. Gary and Silver were fucking assholes. Now
I love Silver.
Yeah.
I love him.
Silver's awesome.
I love him.
Silver's fucking awesome. And I like the lore that Silver is Giovanni's son.
Really?
Did you guys know that?
Is that what he's supposed to be?
Yeah.
That was revealed in Heart Gold and Soul Silver.
That makes it even better.
They also imply in Heart Gold and Soul Silver that Giovanni might have himself.
Oh.
Really? Minecrafted? Giovanni Minecrafted himself in Heart Gold Soul Silver?
Yeah.
Wait, Minecrafted or graped?
Minecrafted.
Oh my.
Oh, really?
Oh my.
Yeah.
I didn't know
implied that he Minecrafted himself.
Couple last questions.
Anyways, but no, in Heart Gold and Soul Silver, it's revealed that Silver is Giovanni's son.
And it makes sense. The red hair and everything. It makes perfect sense.
So that's the thing. Now, a lot of the criticisms I've heard outside of is that they've tried to make it that this game is off key, off kilter, and all of that. And Dermy's shown evidence. You guys just talk about the stuff. No, Pokemon has some pretty hardcore stuff in it, and it's always a little risque here and there with its jokes, stuff like that. It's nothing new.
Actually, and I'd say some of the jokes that they're bringing back jokes.
Yeah.
They went away from some of these jokes for a little while, and now they're just doing it again. That's one of the
dude. Black and White and X and Y got dark.
Yeah.
Fuck, dude. Even Gen 1 was dark with the Pokemon Graveyard.
Oh my god.
And Gary's Raticate that died, and he was that's why he was at the graveyard, because his Pokemon literally fucking died.
I don't like Ultra Sun or
I hated Lavender Town. I just found it really depressing.
Oh, Lavender Town is awesome.
Oh god.
That creepy music.
Don't go.
I have to point out, like, I don't like Ultra Sun or Ultra Moon at all, but Necrozma's whole storyline is that it kills worlds, and you have to go and beat it in a world that it just destroyed.
Yep.
Right.
So it is impressive.
All right.
It's always been a lot of dark stuff. Hypno kidnaps kids. You know what I mean? Like,
yes.
Drifloon lures kids away to take them as well. So
yes. Drifloon literally kidnaps kids.
Yeah. A lot of kids.
Now, I have one last question. Does this have online features, like competitive features in it? Okay.
Yes, there is online battling, and obviously you can trade with people online. But there's no like in Scarlet and Violet, there's no like bringing somebody into your game and you guys can run around together and stuff and explore. There's none of that. But there is online battling.
I will say I'm not impressed. I don't like the online capabilities of this one because that's what I liked about ZA, not ZA, but Arceus the best was that it is just by yourselves. So now they have to bring it back, and I'm not a huge fan of that.
I've heard there's some abilities or Pokemon linked to battling in the online ranking system. I mean, is that true?
Oh, so I think you're referring to like Mega Stones that you have to get, like Greninja. Greninja, you have to do online battling to receive his Mega Stone.
Oh, that's fucking gay.
And yeah, I know because you're using Greninja a lot.
I have Greninja, Delphox, and Chestnut constantly cycling.
So you can get Delphox and Chestnut's Mega Stone, I believe, in game, or at least you can buy them. Greninja's Mega Stone, you have to get through online battles.
All right, Dermy, get good, scrub. Get good.
And you have to get to rank K. Rank K.
I believe. Separate? Are the rankings separate from your online play? Do you think? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Last question then, because Beardo brought it up when he was telling it, and I remember watching Dermy stream when it first happened. The whole going from V to F, and now as outsider watching, I thought it would have been cool if you had to grind all the way up. Now that's the JRPG grind gamer in me wanting to do that. How do you guys all feel about I understand this for story purposes. Do you think that it's good or bad that it jumps you so quickly?
It would have taken
maybe steps, maybe not all, maybe V to M and then M to F or something like that. Do you think it was too much, or maybe you should have done it in steps?
It would have taken way too long.
Okay.
It would have taken way too long. And I think that probably was a choice in development. I don't think that they just decided off rip, hey, we're going to, once we get to V, we're going to jump you up to F. I think there was probably some play tests where they're like, dude, we're grinding all the way to Z to A. And with the day and night cycle, how long the day night cycle takes. Granted, you can sit at a bench and you can fast forward to nighttime and do the battle zones and everything like that. But I think they decided in development doing playtests like this is going to take forever. Because if you truly went from Z to A, you're going to be playing for 100 hours before you even get to rank C.
And also, as the
game
progresses,
I don't care. I'm fine.
Okay.
As the game progresses with the story, it takes longer and longer in between each like promotion match to get that next match. So you can constantly go in there just for coins, but there's no real point outside of getting money.
Every time you go in to get the higher rank, you need more points to level up to get your battle ticket for the next trainer you need to fight. So it would have just taken fucking forever.
Okay. I think it might this skin third party outsider look. I think it might have been cooler to have it just jump from a midway point, not just straight to F. Like maybe go from V to M, M to H, and then H to F or something like that. Something like that. Maybe not just a drastic jump, but you guys are playing it. You know better than I do. So at this moment, sounds like you guys are having a good time, and you're all streaming it at regular intervals. Are you guys streaming it? Anybody streaming it tonight, or are you guys taking a break tonight?
I'm thinking of streaming it again tonight. Okay. I'm leaning on it.
Okay.
I will not be streaming it tonight. I'm gonna take tonight off and watch some football. So I'll get back to it. I'll get back to it soon though.
Okay. And Jed, just keep plugging along.
Yep, I'm gonna get there. To answer your question, though, I think it would be interesting if we had legendary trainers out in the world that you could get up to fight. Like, there's an F-type one here, and it's level 60 or something, and you achieve the level of whoever the highest person you've defeated.
That's not a bad idea.
Just so that you can choose your progression. So someone, if they want to do the big grind like you were talking about, Adam, and go really from Z to A, they have that choice. But other people, they can grind a little bit enough to beat a Q level trainer out in the wild and just have random
That's an interesting concept.
Trainers out in the wild.
That's good.
Out in the city.
Yeah, if you want to fast track it a little bit.
All right. So it sounds like this was a healthy discussion. I feel like nobody outright, those who are kind of not totally jiving with it, you don't hate it. And your problems are either like with Dre, your issues are long-term fan issues. Like it's a different style. You prefer this to that, but you don't hate it. Jed is just like, stop holding my hand. Let me play the fucking game. And Beardo and Dermy are having a good time. And I watch you guys play. You guys are having a really fun time. When you played that, the remixes of the original theme last night, the guy was like, "It's too late for me watching this. I can't get this jazzed up. I gotta go to bed. I gotta go to bed." So you guys are having fun playing it, and it's fun watching people enjoy something they're playing. So that's great. Beardo, I know you gotta go.
Yeah, man. No, I appreciate you having me here. But yeah, just some final thoughts. Like, it's not perfect. It's not perfect. Like Jed was saying, I wish that there was more to do. I wish it wasn't just a city and we're locked into a city with just designated wild zones to catch wild Pokemon. I wish there was more exploration, because like in Arceus, it was almost kind of like an adventure game too. You're out there kind of like an Elden Ring or Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Like, wow, look at all of this I get to explore. How cool is this? Where now we're locked and confined into a city with walls surrounding us. So that's kind of a bummer. But also, you have to realize this is a standalone sideline game that isn't a mainline. So this is, you kind of also have to look at it as a tech demo. Granted, a $70 tech demo. So if this game, I think this game would be going over a lot better if it was $50.
Yeah.
I think a lot more people would be more forgiving to it.
I'll also say one of the reasons people have such high hopes for this is when X and Y did come out, it kind of came out and then they just dropped it immediately. They never went back.
This was the true sequel to it.
Yeah, this is that true sequel, and people had a massive high hopes for something, and it's not delivering quite what they were expecting.
I would say it looks like if this worked out, it looks like it's working out for the most part. I would be interested what the next version is going to be. If they build on the mechanics, if they fine tune it, and then that is going to be the next. That's the bar to try and meet.
Yeah, blend these battle mechanics with the exploration Pokedex of Arceus, and
There you
that
go.
would just be an insane game. I would love.
Give me
that.
Legends Black and White. Give me that one, because there's a lot.
I want
of history
Legends
there that we don't
Johto.
have. Ooh.
Legends Johto
I know
would
Johto.
be fire.
I
know
like
Johto.
a lot. I like that.
Yeah.
The reason why I want Black and White is because there's a lot of like history there and a lot of like mystery to the all. And within, and then there's also there's the Origin Dragon that we don't know what it looks like, which is the combination of Kyurem, Reshiram, and Zekrom. So you could introduce that finally. There's a lot of interesting things you could do with like the Black and White history and lore that they have there. So you could go kind of like Arceus and go back in time and all that. So,
All right, Beardo, pimp your wares.
No, yeah, and so what I was saying about like this kind of being a tech demo, although it's $70, this is them kind of testing out this new battle style. Do we want to carry this forward into the 10th generation? How is this going to behave? Also, in Legends Arceus and in Legends EA, I love how you can just go up to a wild Pokemon. You don't have to battle it. If it's a weak Pokemon, sneak up behind it, throw a Pokeball at its back, and just fucking catch the damn Pokemon. That was in Arceus. It wasn't in Scarlet and Violet. You had to battle every Pokemon to catch it. But now in Legends, it's back. I love it. I love it. I don't want to have to waste my time catching a fucking Magikarp. To battle the Magikarp to fucking catch it. Just let me throw a Pokeball at it and catch it and call it a day. So I love that about it. And I do love the new battle mechanic. I hope that they continue going with that into the next generation. So when you look at it as a tech demo, it's more forgiving as well. So that's my 2 cents on it. If I had right now being 20 hours into it, but not super far into the story, I'd probably give it like a 7.4.
Okay.
7.4 out of 10. Is that reasonable?
I'll be interested how you feel when you beat the whole thing, when you've done everything, story, all the zones, end game. I'm interested what you'll feel on that.
Yeah.
Because does something stick to landing? It's always, can a game stick to landing? I've played plenty of games where I'm having a great time,
right,
and then it falls apart in the last 10 hours. I'm like, what am I doing? I just spent 150 hours on this shit, really?
But
I'm interested to see what Dermy and Dre think of on a scale of 1 to 10 so far.
So far, I give it about an 8. About an 8, maybe a 10. Maybe 7.5. Somewhere in that general area. I almost said 10, but that's kind of where I'm giving it.
You meant 8 out of 10. I know.
Yeah,
8 out of 10. 7.5, between 7.5 and 8 out of 10.
Yeah.
Okay, that's where I'm at. 7.4. Yeah.
Removing my biases and looking at this strictly logistically, for everything, for what it actually represents, I will give this a 7 out of 10. I will give this a 7 out of 10. I think it's a solid game that anybody can enjoy. but once you start looking and add to it, then it depends on what kind of Pokemon player you are and what type of gaming player you are will then, differentiate factors. But I would say 7 out of 10. I can definitely recommend that, folks, if they want to get into it, I think definitely they can spend your money. But spend your money. It's fine. You can enjoy yourself.
So it's worth the purchase right now.
Sure.
Yeah, and I wouldn't say like if you have a Switch 1, go out and buy a Switch 2 just to play this game. I would not say that. I would not say that.
The difference is marginal. I've been playing on Switch 1 and it looks identical to what I see.
It's really just the loading times. The loading times is
for
really
some
it.
people. My loading times are instantaneous.
Same.
Okay.
The Switch 2 is a scam at this point until they start dropping some real games.
Jeremy, are you playing on Switch 1?
Yeah, Switch 1. Like, it was designed for the Switch 1. The whole theory, the whole theory that the Switch 2 was leaked and that's why they released it too soon. I think they just ported it over for the Switch 2. That's why why it's there. It wasn't even designed. It wasn't even intended.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I wouldn't say this is like a get a Switch 2 just to play this, but since I have a Switch 2, I got it for it. But
I mean, if it had been a Switch 2 exclusive, I think that would have been a big impetus for people to get on it. I think it would have been.
Could be.
Dre said we had a discussion a few weeks ago that would have spurred Dre to get a Switch 2 if it had been.
Yeah, that would have been like, hey, Switch 2, it's only on the Switch 2. Take my money. Take my money. Seduce me. All right, take my money. But there's no reason for me to get a Switch 2 at all. Not to mention they just hustled everybody. There's no difference. Like, oh, the frame. 1 pixel.
Hey.
Like, get out of here. Like, I can't do it.
Essentially, I won't be getting a Switch 2 now until Gen 10. I have no purpose.
Once again, Jeremy, let's play. If Gen 10 is Switch 2 exclusive, I'm about to get naked and do what I got to do to get the money.
I'll nair myself again.
No, you will not nair yourself again because I'll be on stream and I'll have to suffer that shit. No.
And I hope it is Switch 2 exclusive just so that they optimize the fucking game.
Yes.
Use the true power of the Switch 2 and optimize the fuck out of it.
I agree.
Okay. Good conversation, guys. All right, Beardo, you got to go. Pimp
Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and roll out, boys. Thank you, Adam, Jed, for having me on. Appreciate you guys. Dre, Dermy, it's always a pleasure.
All right, we'll see you next time, Beardo.
All right, boys. Catch you guys later.
Take it easy, dude.
Yep.
All right.
Where's my mouse? How do I leave?
He's a professional, everyone.
I start this one.
He does this for a living.
Yeah, I started this one because it came up during the conversation. Actually, first, real second. To the Sasuke saying sleep is for the weak. I'm sick. I need my sleep right now. I'm sick. I'm recovering. Anyway, I started this though. Hussein asked during the conversation, you just started playing Mass Effect. You're almost on the second one, getting into the third one. What do you want to play next? That depends. What do you feel like playing? Do you want to keep going with an RPG? Do you want to keep going with a series? Do you want to go something in a single play? It depends what you feel like.
You want to brave Andromeda?
Andromeda's not that bad.
It's not. I don't think it's terrible.
It's not
One's
terrible.
my
It's
favorite
just,
Mass Effect game, the first one.
The thing about Andromeda is that it's not the characters aren't as good. The crew is not as good. The story is kind of.
Andromeda ended up sort of killing the franchise for a little bit.
Well, the thing about Andromeda is the gameplay is fantastic. The open world gameplay, the maneuverability. Suddenly, you're not locked into the environment. You can jump around, fly around, do crazy shit. The combinations of classes you can create for your setup were really good. It's just the story kind of they didn't have enough juice, didn't have enough power, and the crew is not the crew of the Normandy. It's not the crew of the Normandy. So that's kind of the problem with that. I didn't hate it. I've played it 3 times in my lifetime with it, so I don't hate it, but it's not great. But suggestions? Our question is saying, do you want a series or are you good for like an individual game? I mean, if a series, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I don't know what you're in the mood for.
It depends on his. It depends on the genre. That you want to get into. If you're looking to spend some serious time, I don't even play games that take that kind of serious times. But if you're into RTS, is the one that I'm enjoying right now. It depends on what your system you're on. But if you're playing Gears Tactics, I'm enjoying that game a lot. I think that game is a whole lot of fun. If it doesn't have a major learning curve, but it definitely takes a little time to master, I think you really have a good time with that if you're into that type of stuff. I think that'd be a lot of fun.
I'm dividing my time between 3 or 4 games right now. Group play, Final Fantasy 14 with Dermy and a few of the other guys. I'm also playing Monster Hunter Wilds with a couple other people right now. I do a lot of solo play with that as I'm just grinding away. Excuse me. I'm working on Tactics Evilise Chronicles right now. We're doing that once, twice a week for solo streams, and a couple of things on private play. So it depends on what you're in the mood for, really. And the other judges, because I got a coughing fit. Hang on.
I mean, I'm replaying Witcher 3 for the millionth time, so if you haven't played that, I would absolutely recommend it. And then, of course, all the basics like Assassin's Creed and all the good classics like that. It really just depends on what you're into and what you've played before.
Yeah,
I've said it already. Once I'm done with Pokemon Legends ZA, I'm gonna play Digimon. So, I mean, I've heard nothing but good things about it. If you want to try that out, it's a JRPG, so it's different.
Dermy, do we know? I haven't played a Digimon game since Digimon World on the PS1. Okay,
Oof,
so this is.
back.
I know. This is Digimon World on the PS1, and I was turned off from that game because the Digivolution didn't work the right way because it was just random crap.
I have looked into it because I wanted to plan out a whole team and stuff. It's primarily based on like stats. So I think what I'm looking at is if you stat.
Look how sad he just got. Look how sad he just got.
Yeah, I don't quite know how it works, so I have a broad overview. So it's based on your stats, what you have, but you can then control whether you want to go here or here.
No, that's why Digimon games failed on Impact. Digimon World may have been that was like what 98, 99, if memory serves me right. That joint was
a good year.
It was a good year. It was an outrageously sought after game. I waited outside for that joint. I waited outside. It was cold. I was naked. I wanted that game really daggone badly. I waited outside my Hollywood Video for that. I waited outside Hollywood Video. I got that joint. I went home. I started off with, I think that was Kokomon, that turns to Agumon. For those that don't know Digimon,
I know it.
It was like a little egg thing, and he's like a little dinosaur. Whatever. And I'm like, oh man, Greymon's coming up next. I'm about to freaking sweep. And that joint turned to Kuwagumon, which is a insectoid thing. I said, what?
Wait, what?
Uh-huh.
No.
That's my biggest problem.
Agumon, Greymon, Metal Greymon, fuck up,
War Greymon.
Skeleton Greymon, and then War Greymon.
That's correct.
Yeah.
They had a system where depending on what you did, what you defeated, what you ate, all that crap, it did not go within the line.
That's not how it works.
That's the point.
That's the biggest problem with Digimon is you can have if you ever look at the actual branching trees and take time to look at it, it is fucking weird, psychotic, and makes literally no sense on multiple occasions. Like you can have a dog that becomes a bug that then becomes like a sea creature.
And my
it's
problem
so fucking
is this.
weird.
If the problem is this, Digimon's always had weird digivolutions. Like Palmon went from like a little hamster to an angel to like Jesus or something. So like I had no problem with that, but that was the line it was supposed to go. In the games, it's random crap that doesn't even follow the characters itself transformation line. You can go from Palmon to freaking Mega Wolfmon or whatever, and they're like, wait a minute, that's not how I used to have you have the cards and whatever. I'm like, yo, this is retarded. I want this joint to, when it's fully evolved, to be my weapon of mass destruction. But no, it's random. That's insane. And Dermy, I know you don't know, but if that is still how these games are functioning, they should be ashamed of them. Oh, is Adam, did he die?
Okay, I guess he's fine. This is all listeners. So it's from what I've looked at, again, this is me looking at it. It's not random. It's you do get like the branch and everything, so you can pick which one it becomes. But in order to become that, you have to have the particular stats.
That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous on its face. And see that's it's the running into. It's been decades, and they're still doing the same crap. I'm surprised they ain't out of business. I'm stunned that they're not.
A lot of moms took Tylenol.
Yeah. I mean,
like the show's been dead for years. Like what was it?
Try to bring it back.
It's over. It's over. It's dead like Monster Rancher. For those that remember that.
It
God, I'm
ended
old.
with like their it ended with their like 4th or 5th series.
The 4th season.
I like the 3rd.
When they when they made the people, when the kids transformed into the Digimon, I almost jumped off a roof.
That was not a good one. That was
Dragon
not a
Lady.
good one.
I'm telling you, it was a rough time to be alive.
That was not. That was bad.
That killed the
really
franchise.
bad.
That killed the franchise because Generation 3 or Season 3 was already trash.
Season 3 was really good, but then Season 4 is bad. 5 came back, tried to bring it all back, and it didn't work because people were out after 4.
Yeah, out after 4 was a disaster. Like,
5 is where you get Geo Greymon to Rise Greymon. Go ahead.
I tried to get into it because of the similarities with Pokemon. I just could not get into it, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm sorry, Pokemon's more my thing. I'm sorry."
Yeah, Pokemon was lightning in a bottle. Tell the truth, shame the devil. It was a lightning in the bottle because there were so many Pokemon clones that came out after that, and they all failed. Every single one failed and died a horrible death.
To be fair to Digimon, it was not a Pokemon clone. It was supposed to be a masculine version of the little digital pet things that girls would get. And they're back now. What is it?
Tamagotchi.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a masculine Tamagotchi.
Dragon Lady had like 8 of them joints. She knew she had like 8 of them joints.
They're coming back.
I had 2.
No, my wife has a Harry Potter themed one.
I had a dinosaur one and I had a dog one, and I lost the buttons from them, so
they died. They're back in action again.
Wait, what was the other one? Gigapets. Gigapets was the other one. It was Tamagotchi, and then there was Gigapet. There was two of them. Those were the competition. And see, once again, here's the problem: Pokemon had no legitimate competition. And yes, Digimon, everybody associated with Pokemon for obvious reasons. Mon's in the name. There's monsters around. You use a little device to transform them. It fell flat. Now, this is the thing. I loved season 1 of Digimon. I loved the first season of Digimon. That was some hardcore, big-time pimping storytelling that they were doing in the first season of Digimon. That joint was tremendous. Even the second season actually, because this was a parlay from the Digimon movie. For those that remember,
the second one was supposed to be like the sequel series, and then the Digimon movie was actually supposed to be 3 different movies and like mini movies in Japan that they merged to one big movie. And it was such a good story. That movie still fucking slaps.
It was really good. And once again, I really enjoyed what they were doing with that first Digimon movie. But the second season was fine because it still tied into the first season with the original Digidestins. Cool stuff was going on. But then the third season is like somebody's baby mama got one, and then
the third season you need to re-look at the third season. The third season's a whole lot better than you're giving it credit for. It's that fourth one. It's Frontiers that sucks.
Oh, we know the fourth one definitely caused a great
the only upside to the fourth one is there's some good titties in it. There's like some really good titties in it.
There was titties in it?
The fairy wind girl, whatever it is, her beast form has some really good knockers, and that whole wind chick, you know what? She's actually kind of hot. So it's like, there's that's the only saving grace of that entire season. That entire thing. Other than that, it's all shit. And then you get into I cannot remember the name of it. The fifth one. The fifth one's actually pretty damn good. I'm gonna give you that.
Wait. What are we doing? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? It was dead already. It was dead.
They tried to bring it back, but the fifth one actually has like a really dark
ablaze. They set the corpse ablaze, then poured cement on it, then decided to send that cement covered grave into the freaking stratosphere, and it bounced off the moon into the sun.
And
all
they
right?
tried to bring it back with the 5th one, where they went very dark with it.
They had no choice, but it was too late. Nobody was watching.
You're right. You're right. It was too late. They fucked it all up. They couldn't bring it back. But that's why it's like the 5th one's that hidden gem that is really fucking good, but nobody wants to watch because it's all dead. Then they had their the
Not dead.
crossover with Shoutmon or whatever it is.
Look who's
which
back
was
from the grave.
atrocious.
It's
And then they had
not your fault.
They had a newer one that came out recently that I didn't even bother watching. I watched parts of it, but it was not that good. It was only in dubbed, and now they have another new one on its way out.
Well, are we still talking Digimon?
Yes,
they are.
Yes,
I'm
we
way
are.
too young for
You
this
had to.
conversation.
Thank you.
That's like these old bastards out here really
I don't
listening
know
about
anything about Digimon. I knew Pokemon at least through osmosis because of friends of mine, but Digimon, I know of its existence. That's it. That's beginning and end of my knowledge.
That's actually the biggest problem with Digimon is it ended up falling off. Nobody really knew about it. The card game, unless you were in like certain areas, you could not get a hold of the cards.
Absolutely.
You knew about the video games and the anime, and then it died.
Well, the
because
problem
they
is
didn't try to push it.
Yeah.
The anime splintered too much. They had too many different variations, and you had the OG, which then 20 years later decided to have a conclusion, which completely shat the bed.
I always forget about Try.
Try shat the fucking bed, and then when Try ended, they had a whole another conclusion movie to end that I didn't even know about. Like I didn't need it. Try already. It's all fucked in the brain.
They did Try, and then they did Try for the sequel series.
Yeah, and then they did the reboot. I think you guys just mentioned they did the original reboot, OG reboot, a couple years ago, and it was abominable. I was into it up until I realized I'm like 20 episodes. I'm like, I'm hating this.
Well, there was one that is not dubbed. It is only in Japanese. It's like Ghost Hunters or something like that. That was them trying to bring it back, and it didn't work.
Well, and then the problem with this, then you had on top of that, you had Tamers. Then you had the one where they were actually the Digimon, which I have a
Frontier.
Couple,
we don't.
I have that gave me a couple good creative ideas from, but it wasn't good.
There's only we already said it, Adam. There's only one good thing in Frontier, and that's the Wind Chick because she had good tits.
Oh, I can get behind that. But point is this though. To your point, and then we can go to the next topic. Thank you guys for holding up the ship while my power literally kept blipping out. It would blip out, reset, and then I had to stand there watching my router till the light went on solid that it was working again.
If anybody thinks Jewish people control the world, just look at Adam's life.
Yeah,
Jed, we already went over this. He's one of the off-brand Jews. He's not really a proper one. He's not even that.
He's great value.
He doesn't have access to the tunnels. He's not a lawyer. He's not a doctor.
Listen, I don't
Hollywood.
need those Hasidim tunnels.
Adam, where's your Jew gold?
He doesn't have any. This is why he's Wish Jew. He's the Wish Jew. Okay.
He doesn't even have a hat.
I tried to give him.
I'm not Orthodox. I don't wear a yarmulke every 5 seconds.
Listen,
do you know why they love the yarmulke so much, guys?
He doesn't have a hat.
This is how you know BB doesn't control the world because he wouldn't take Adam back.
How did this turn on me?
Jed started it. I ran with it.
My life.
I have a lot. Listen, I have a lot of
life.
jokes I have not been using. Like
my life.
Your pact with God actually turns you autistic.
I'm not autistic.
Wait,
he's chosen just by the wrong chromosome?
No. If I was autistic, I'd probably be making more money in some autistic level job.
I'm gonna put it in the private chat.
No, all right. Digimon, fuck the bed. New game has sexy titties in it, but I think that's all it's going for at the moment.
I don't know how to spell this word.
See, you can't even spell it. Whatever you're spelling,
you're calling someone autistic and you can't spell.
I'm autistic. I'll fully admit that.
We know that. All right. Okay. I'm back. I'm in control, sort of my own show. Okay, so I have no transition, so we're just gonna change topics.
Here, I put it in the private chat what I was talking about. Your pact with God.
Yeah, we're not doing that.
Yeah,
we're not doing that.
Did he actually say that?
Yes, he did.
It has to do with the Tylenol.
Yes, it was all about the Tylenol, but he said that.
It came out really wrong. You didn't. You
That
missed
went
that one?
down under the radar because of the other crap.
Yeah.
Yes, it was
Okay.
hilarious.
Oh, Adam, before you move on, just real quick, I'm sorry. Cal, wants me to explain Monster Rancher Jed. So
I watched
there was
the one season. It was
there
I
was a
got no
show
idea. Yeah.
where this kid had a PlayStation 1 in
Mm-hmm.
which he was transported into
Ate
a
him.
video
Ate
game.
him.
And he was inside the game and he came in contact with a whole bunch of monster like Pokemon / Digimon like creatures and had adventures. That's Monster Rancher.
Just the one season too. There's
Yeah, one
never
season,
any more. Just and it got good by the end of the season. It wasn't a bad show.
It
Jed,
wasn't a
you
bad
would
show.
actually like the
Wasn't a bad show.
Digimon season, the Digimon. You would actually like it.
It doesn't sound like it.
Yeah, Monster
Yeah,
Rancher.
no, you
wasn't
would
bad.
like when it comes to Digimon. You would
No,
like
I
the
think
first
Jed
two.
would hate it.
You
I
actually
Okay, no. Okay, I think you like the first season. The first season is story heavy, so I will give him credit.
It
First
starts off
first season.
very cutesy, kitty like, and then
Yeah.
it starts getting really dark. And
Yeah, things get real dark. Like especially when you get to the what was that? The Dark Masters. When you get
Yeah.
to the Dark Masters, that stuff starts.
that's why you want to do. That's why you do 1 and 2 because they're actually connected. So you
Yeah, just do
watch
those.
through it, it's really good.
Forget
That
everything
Gen
else.
1, Gen 2, that whole OG storyline was great.
Myona's
then they had a fake ending, and then they had originally that, and then they retconned it with Try.
Yeah,
We don't talk
nobody,
about
nobody
Try.
saw that. Nobody saw that. Adam.
I was so excited for Try when
Adam.
it came out, and I was
Adam.
so disappointed.
Only 4 people watched that, and you're 4 of them. All right, that's
They
it.
wiped
Nobody saw that.
everybody's
Adam.
memories. The Digimon,
Adam.
what the Digimon's memories halfway through it? They had to all become friends again. So retarded.
Adam, this is how bad Try is. You really can't even find it to stream. That's how bad it is. Although that does come with a negative. I can't find the fucking original Digimon movie anywhere, and I want it. I have it
No,
on VHS, but I
I-
want another copy of it.
I could probably find it for you.
I
I
think I've
want
seen it on
another copy.
Amazon on the UK one, Amazon UK. I think I've noticed it.
Okay.
I hope so because
All right.
I missed that movie so much.
This-
All right,
It's so
Adam.
good.
We had,
Yeah,
we had a detour because of the shitty electrical grid where I live. All right. The other topic of today, we'll get right to it. Tourism. Tourists in our franchises. Tourists who have become those who which corpos and companies and developers all bend the knee toward, whether it's gaming, movies, comics, TV, anime, or they tried with anime. They're failing with that big time right now. They tried. They have tried to steer it towards that. And I know, Jeremy, we've been using this term a lot lately in some conversations we had on other streams, the tourists, this and that. And to me, it's coming to a head. Most recently, we bring it up now okay, good, here we go. Had to reload. I brought this up last week concerning the Ghost of Yote conversation. Some of the people are not tourists, but they behave like it. But then there are others involved in it who are tourists, gaming tourists. And what
But
we
the
have
grass
here
touches your penis.
Why not? That's a different conversation. Okay, no, that. Okay, no, Dre. See what happened there is I was talking about it on Daily Dive, and they clip the things I say when I'm being colorful in my metaphors. And
No one makes you say shit like that. You're acting like it's their fault that you're saying shit like this.
it's called entertainment, and they clip it out and they use it against me.
That's
Point is, all this stuff happens, and these people come in and treat those of us who have been either a fan of something or a part of something as though we're the interlopers, as though we should be ashamed, that we feel unhappy that these developers, these creators, these companies are literally making everything gay for them, or making it crap. To talk about it in what we talked about during the Pokemon discussion, dumbing it down for noobs, dumbing it down for tourists, people who are not true fans, who have been roped in as part of capitalism in some sense because they're trying to make more money, but then they go away from that and they make it agenda-driven entertainment. And what we have here, and I have examples from across the board, starting with the Ghost of Yote stuff just from last week. Remember this guy, Dermy? We had him as one of our examples, Kitchen Gamer. This guy, I've seen a lot of his posts because I bookmarked it and we talked about it. This guy's an activist. He's an activist, and he uses the Drake meme. Spider-Man 2 selling for $2.5 million in one day on one platform. What a flop. Silent Hill 2 remake. Actually, it was Silent Hill F, but and he even gets it wrong. Selling $2.5 million on 1 year in 1 year on two platforms. It makes sense. That's not even correct. The current game, I looked this up. The meme is wrong. It hasn't been out for that long, and it's about F, not the remake.
Wait, when is this? This is October.
This is this year. This
but
is
Silent Hill 2, Silent Hill 2 did have a remake, and it was a success. And then,
but there's my point. This guy there, and he tries to couch right here. Truthfully, they're both successful. And before people say, but Spider-Man 2 cost $300 million, yes, it did cost $300 million. Spider-Man 2018, as we can all attest to it, having all played it, was gangbusters, glorious, and one of the most beloved games of the end of the decade, and sold a lot of money and made Insomniac a successful developer.
But
Spider-Man
2 was a success, and then F's also a success.
But we'll get that in a second.
Such niche games,
and there's the all right. You got there ahead of me. Silent Hill is niche. It has a very niche franchise. It's a very niche thing. Spider-Man, one of the top 3 recognizable superheroes in the world, sometimes, usually number 1 in terms of making money and recognizability. If you only sell 2.5 on your first day and in your first week, and let's be honest, Spider-Man 2 didn't do well in the end. It didn't do well as it could have done.
Look,
this is a tourist comment. Am I correct? No, go ahead, Derby.
I'm going to say this. If Pokemon Legends ZA sold 2.5 in its first day, guess what? That's a massive success because ZA was made for $30 million.
There you go. Remember, we had this discussion with flops, Jed. We had discussion with flops with movies. If something doesn't make its money, it's a flop.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, not all these things are created equal. They always act like success for one is success for all. Every different product has a different threshold for success. And you can debate on where exactly that threshold is, but it's pretty easy to tell the range in which that threshold is. If a game costs $300 million and only sells 2.5, that's a problem. A game like Silent Hill, like you said, that's super niche, that sells similar in a year and gets that money, that's great. These people act like one thing is the rule for all. It's the same thing we talk about with movies. They're like, oh yeah, Fantastic Four broke $500 million. Isn't that so great? Well, no. Well, you guys celebrated when Weapons got 300 million or whatever it was. Yeah, because Weapons costs like
20 million
grandma's
or 50 million
coin jar to make. These people just don't understand the difference that money in and money out determines success.
Silent Hill 2 remake was made for about $10 million to $15 million.
That's a success, and between those two people, between those two games, that brought new people into the franchise.
Well, just think about that. 10 million you said for the budget, right?
Yeah.
And we'll do our normal thing. Just pretend it's the same. We'll say 30 million to break even. 2.5 times at least $50 a game. I'm guessing it might be more than that. They made their money back hand over fist.
Yeah.
Spider-Man. It took them a while to get any sort of profit out of that game. And yeah, Spider-Man's a juggernaut. You can't compare Spider-Man to Helldivers. You can't compare these games to each other, but you can compare Spider-Man 1 to Spider-Man 2. You can compare God of War to Spider-Man 2. You've got to have some common sense and some ability to break down a situation logically and realize money in versus money out. It's that simple. That's the basis of capitalism. Are you getting a return on your investment? No. Then it's a flop. Then it's a failure. But yeah, Spider-Man 2, it wasn't just one of the biggest superheroes in the world. It was following up on one of the most successful superhero games ever and a beloved one. And the same thing we're talking about with Ghost of Yote. They're like, well, it's selling pretty similar to the first one. Yeah, the first one, nobody knew it from their mama's aunt. It was non-existent in the zeitgeist, and it sold that well, which was really impressive. This one, it's part of a global franchise now, and it should have a juggernaut franchise title behind it and a fan base behind it. If it's selling the same, that means you're not growing. That means you're stagnating. And if the reports of the budget are true, that means it's still probably going to make money. I think Yote in the end is absolutely going to make money.
Probably.
But you're not progressing. You're not growing. And that's a neutral thing. That's not a good thing or a bad thing. That's just a neutral existence. You've achieved median.
It needed to be able to make money in its first week. It should not have to
3 weeks.
progress. Yeah.
3 weeks. We still don't have official numbers on Yote.
I know they're going around saying some numbers for Europe,
from
whatever.
From
but
what sources?
we
No
don't-
receipts. None.
Yeah, we have no receipts. They're just saying, well, in Europe, it's doing good. Well, what's the receipt?
Yeah.
Who's reporting it? Is it a reputable source? Are they actual numbers? Or they're like, hey, it's 3 million players or some shit like that.
So this is an example. This whole thing, it's the tourist perspective. And when it comes to this stuff, Jed, you laid out all those beautiful numbers and statistics for that. They look at numbers, and they look for that in success, but they look at numbers all incorrectly. Know a tourist when they'll throw out a lot of numbers in anything, whether it's, we talk about a lot, the box office. They'll throw out all those numbers, but they don't understand the difference between gross and net.
They just see big number and go like big number good.
That's all they know.
That's the only one that matters.
Yeah.
And we're talking about we famously hate Avatar on this stream, the Avatar franchise, and don't understand its existence, and it bothers me. I feel like it's a sign of the apocalypse that franchise is so large. But James Cameron recently came out and was talking about, even if this movie is super successful, it might not make money because of how expensive it is. I think the number he put out is it has to be the 5th highest grossing movie of all time to break even. So even if it's getting $1.7 billion, which is a runaway success for any other movie in existence, it could be a failure. But these people won't recognize that. They're like, oh yeah, Avatar 3 made over $1 billion. Yay, success.
Yeah, they hear billion.
We're going to get 1 million more.
I don't really care. So there's this. This is an example of the gaming part. But now let's move on to something that took this was the topic of the week. I talked about it earlier in the week, and this is actually one of the patient zeros. I covered this 2 years ago in a series of videos. They're still very deep in the channel. You can go find them. Good old-fashioned Wizards of the Coast came out with this little pick in conjunction with the whole trans lives matters, protecting the troons, that kind of shit.
Right, wasn't this for like International Coming Out Day, which Jesus,
who knows?
Christ.
But you look at this whole thing.
Day for everything.
This whole thing here, this is what they've turned Dungeons and Dragons into. For agenda-driven tourists who don't give a now the pushback.
This is for wine moms who want to read about porn.
I've looked at this thing multiple times, and it always gets worse.
It's worse. I mean, you got gay grandmas. They're probably halflings, so it's going to be really nasty. You got some kobold doing I don't know what there. I didn't realize that was an owl bear until
it's an owl bear.
That's an owl bear. That's an owl bear right there. I didn't. Somebody pointed.
Why is an owl bear in the city?
I don't know. Why are kobolds in the city? Why is a half orc? Because half orcs aren't evil anymore. You've got some.
That's a full orc, not a half orc.
I don't know.
Because half orcs are racist.
I don't know.
Oh Lord.
Well, that's a thing. They made orcs black. They made them made it racist to hate an orc. They did that shit. We talked about this past. You got this half head shaven. I see boobs, so I'm assuming it's a woman, but it's probably trando. You got
non-binary.
You got a demon kin and some ethnic dude. They're gonna go have butt sex later. Doing that. You have the gay beholder.
He looks so vanilla.
Gay beholder.
Look at his eyes. He's got rainbow hearts in all his eyes.
He beholds the gay actions taking place. He loves to watch.
Yeah. You got the dragon underneath the gay rainbow, and then you got broken penis tower is what I call it. Because that's what all people have, broken penises. That's what a trando queerdo penis looks like. It's broken and it's all patched together.
It's crack tower.
Yeah.
Is that Diana Ross over there, the black lady with the fro?
It's got horns. I don't know. I thought it was I thought maybe I don't know. But this is the epitome of tourism in gaming. And I want to remind you, Wizards of the Coast, I say this every week. It's because a Wizard of the Coast thing comes across my timeline during Daily Dive. Wizards of the Coast are not your friend. They haven't been
Not
your
at
friend for
all.
20 years. If you are lured by their Final Fantasy Magic cards, by their coming out Star Trek Magic cards, Doctor Who, yeah, they have Doctor Who Magic cards, remember? And the Lord of the Ring Magic cards, the latest one, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Magic cards, all of them have race, agenda-driven, credo-true, agenda-driven stuff in there. If you give them money
Black
for that,
Aragorn.
yeah, Black Aragorn, Black April O'Neil, Black
And all the turtles are metaphors for black people. They're very
yes,
gangsta.
they are. Yes, they are. We've had that. No, all
Donatello
that
holds his knives on the side or whatever.
Raphael, size.
Donatello's the
Jed.
gate.
Jed,
Donatello's the gay
The
one.
funny part is I was thinking about the other one with the katana.
Is it Leonardo?
All right, Jed needs a timeout.
I'm not a Turtles fan. It's been revealed. I've exposed
Listen,
myself.
we all know that Donatello's the gay one because he loves that staff so much.
Oh,
that's
goodness.
okay.
No.
Point is, if you spend money on these gimmick Magic the Gathering cards, you fed the beast.
Mm-hmm.
You gave money to this company that hates you. And I know a lot of people got suckered by those Final Fantasy cards, they got suckered by the Doctor Who cards, by the Lord of the Ring cards. You gave money to a company.
Why would you get suckered by the Doctor Who or Lord of the Rings cards? Why? They're shit.
Because people will buy this stuff. I don't know why. Point is, you gave money to this beast, and this beast hates you. They despise you. They don't want us. They want the tourists who they transform the entire gaming environment for, tabletop of Magic, to suit them. Tourists ruined Dungeons and Dragons. When it was TSR, it was fine. Then Wizards of the Coast bought it, and they changed it for tourists. It doesn't stop there. And I apologize for getting a little political here. Yesterday was No King's Day.
Oh, God. They look like they're taking each other's dick.
But here's Tony Gilroy, creator of Andor. And, of course, everybody's favorite light stick licking internet daddy, Pedro Pascal.
You said a word. I'm still not going to say the word that I want to say for Pedro Pascal. It starts with an F.
Fabulous.
Yes, fabulous. Extremely fabulous right here. This looks so fucking fabulous. Like they're going to go and fabulous each other here in a little bit.
Ooh, fabulous.
All right.
It's so fucking retarded.
But here's the thing. They made Star Wars political. We've had this discussion multiple times. Star Wars was politically themed. It wasn't political. But Tony Gilroy, who is a liar, he's not James Gunn level lying, but he's a liar.
He's not your friend.
He's not your friend. He got busted. When Andor season 2 was at its peak of cringe with all the speeches and then this and then that, he said, I didn't make this political. But for the past week now, he's been out there saying everything's political. I'm here. Go out on note. He recorded a speech for everybody on social media. So here you go. Two people deeply involved with Disney Star Wars. And is Pedro Pascal, who has a movie coming out in a year, who I'm going to have to sit there with face paint on and a little green bastard in my lap. I'm going to have to sit there.
You did that to yourself, Adam. You did that to yourself. I have no sympathy for you. I have no sympathy for you.
No, Jed did it to me.
It was my idea, but you still did it to yourself.
I needed the money.
It's the classic thing is your mom's like, if your friends jumped off a bridge, would you jump off with them?
I needed the money.
Adam, so desperate. Like
listen, Adam, I get that you needed the money, but come on, man, have some dignity.
Point is, he's got that movie coming out in less than a year. And will Disney censor him? Will they censure him for doing this public political stunt?
No.
Which is leagues ahead of what anything Gina Carano did.
No, they love what he's doing here.
They
because
love
they agree
what
with
he's
it.
doing. Yes.
Oh, real quick, Adam. Night, Dragon Lady.
Bye.
Night.
Night.
Good night.
Good night.
Okay. So will they do this? Will they stop him? No, they'll let him do it because they'll make it political because the tourist modern audience. There's the other definition of the tourists, the modern audience.
Fuck the modern audience. Nobody wants them.
There is
They
no
want
modern
them.
audience.
There is none, but that's the tourists though. They flit in, they think they have something, they flit away. But they do this. They make political, and then this is why, because then here are the tourists on No King Day. Here they are. These are the tourists.
Why the fuck do you have the wings of freedom? God damn you fucking jackasses.
Yeah, you
Okay, I got a quick question. I have a quick question. Like you said, Adam, we usually don't get political on this channel or anything like that. But I have a very, very
They open
simple
the door
question.
here, though. They open the door.
Yeah. I just have a very simple question. What the heck is No King Day?
Nobody knows.
Okay,
I don't get.
Why do you have the wings of freedom up there? Attack on Titan, they all became Nazis. Everybody became Nazis.
All those people were
why are you
true
showing us
fascists
some
at the
sort of
end.
freedom?
They
They're
don't
actual
know.
evil people.
They don't know.
They see the pilot and they're like,
I'm
this
just
is
very
kinda cool.
confused because we live in America and we don't have kings.
But they think we're in the middle of a dystopian, tyrannical, totalitarian regime, Dre.
And
they think
we
it
have
has
a king.
They think they think the Empire is alive and well from Star Wars right now.
God damn it.
Education is fundamental, man.
I
Jesus
wish we were the
Tourists.
fascists they think they were.
But
I
these are the
wish we were.
tourists. Look, she's still wearing a fucking mask. Look at this.
Why are you
Wearing a mask.
You
Look
forget
at
that
they
it's
have a Che
2025.
look at the Che Guevara poster. Do they not understand who
Do they
Che
not know-
Guevara was?
Okay, now we're in my wheelhouse. It's history time, kids. It's history time.
You have any idea the monster that man was?
Che Guevara was a psychopath that sacrificed not only his own men, but women and children as well to help advance their regime. He was not a freedom fighter. He was a part of a regime that took over then known, called an oligarch, but the way that Cuba was run at that time period, he led a rebellion that killed all their people. I don't understand.
Che Guevara didn't like the gays either.
And he didn't like nobody. Gays, blacks. He didn't even like Mexicans. I'm like this man was so hate fueled. This is a hate fueled individual that sacrificed everyone for his own political gain. He was not a socialist. I don't know why people get that mixed up. He was not a socialist at all. But if he was alive today and was here, he would have killed all the people that's here.
Yeah.
Do they not get that?
But Jake, tourists.
They don't understand. They don't understand history. They don't understand pop culture. You'll love this, Dre. I've seen some of these people online holding up Chairman Mao as an icon and a figurehead to emulate. If
Mao killed the most people in the world.
But he's not white, so yay.
Do you understand Mao's body count dwarfs everybody's?
That's crazy, man.
Mao's body count is greater than Hitler, greater than Stalin.
Yep.
But communism.
So
because communism is good now for some bizarre reason. These people are whack, man. These are some unhinged human beings.
They are.
Oh, okay. So okay. All right. There's the Rebel Alliance symbol, which is just cute to even have that idea there.
Because these are
the
fake
Wings
Star
of
Wars
Freedom,
fans.
and that's the
Mockingbird,
from
Mockingjay from Hunger Games.
Mockingbird, from Hunger Games.
Yeah.
So once again, here's my question. This is my very, very important question. What are you resisting against?
We don't know.
Oh,
just shared hallucinations.
Because no one is oppressing you. Literally,
you can't do shit like this if you were.
Thank you.
Just think of Tiananmen Square. That's a real life example of what they expect the world to be.
These
and
people.
You see how that was erased?
These people literally were marching in our capital of our country. And if this was the totalitarian regime they think it is, they would have been steamrolled. We would have had mowed down. So these tourists, these people who are completely, They take the things that mean something, like Star Wars. Let's go back to the other one. Like anything from anime. Like whether you like the what's it
Hunger
called?
Games.
Hunger Games. Thank you. Or not. Whether you like that stuff anyway. Whether you like Attack on Titan. Whether you like anything like that. All these things, they take them as tourists because they have the barest understanding. They get seduced by morons like Tony Gilroy, who is nothing but a politico who was hired to write something. You have a true fabulous activist like Pedro Pascal,
the ultimate yes man.
The ultimate yes man who will bend over and do anything for his corporate masters. Anything. They see this stuff, they take it, they know nothing about it, but they will take it and be tourists about it. They think they know something and they don't, but then because they looks like they're everywhere. They get shown. They get shown as these morons at Star Wars Holocron. This fucking idiot right here. They think they're real fans. People think these are fans, but they're tourists who have no concept or grip of anything. Just like even right here, this one. This was another hot topic this week. Students shall not pass as they accept Lord of the Rings is offensive.
Oh, for God's sake.
You're a tourist if you think that J.R.R. Tolkien diminishes people of color. Go ahead, Jen.
Oh, I was just going to say, yeah, Dre, this is targeted to you. Did you ever watch Lord of the Rings? I know you're not a huge fan of it, but did you ever watch that and think, wow, the orcs are a metaphor for my people? It's just like the X-Men. This is what America was like in the 60s.
You see, and this is my issue with a lot of these hobknockers. It's always some dumb, white, pasty, liberal woman that smells of mayonnaise and lemon juice that wants to say, hey, niggas don't like this. Like that. No, it's never. I don't. Never once in my life have I ever watched anything and been like fantasy-wise and been like, those orcs are definitely Negroes. I've never once. That doesn't come to my brain. None of this stuff is offensive. None of this stuff is offensive to anyone. And anybody that says that is just trying to be, what was it? Just looking to be a victim. They're just looking to be victims. I'm like, bruh, at no point, first of all, let me be clear as I possibly can. There ain't a whole lot of black people in the Lord of the Rings. Okay. There are some, obviously. There are some that I know some personally, but the overwhelming majority of this fan base are Anglo-Saxon descended individuals. That's the reality. And there's nothing wrong with that. There is nothing wrong with that. And quite frankly, it's a chronicalization of white history. And quite frankly, so why not let them enjoy it? And if this was, and which it isn't, but let's just, let's play games. Let's just say this Lord of the Rings was white centric. Who cares? Let the white folks have their stuff. Who cares? Are any of you black folks in the BET? Well, I'm not in the BET either, but like any of you black folks in the BET? Any of you? No. Jed, have you ever heard of BET before?
I have no idea what that is. No.
Okay, that's my point. It's a station.
Does it stand for something?
Oh, yes,
Black
it does.
Entertainment television. Yeah.
Black Entertainment Television. You ever watch anything on BET, Jed? No,
I've never had cable
never
or
heard
anything, so.
Dermy, have you ever watched BET before?
No, I heard about it, but
all right, Adam. Have you ever watched
where the Jeffersons were?
Oh yes, I came across it, and I'm intimately familiar with its creator and owner because he had such narcissistic complex when he bought the Charlotte Hornets. He renamed it the Bobcats after himself.
That's correct. That is correct. Look at Adam remembering stuff. Good for him.
I just remember
we lost our shit over that when that happened back in the day.
I remember the BET being this huge thing because black and that's it.
Yep.
Black.
And that's my point.
Black.
And that's my point. It is not targeted towards Anglo-Saxons. And that's okay. Granted, I don't like BET very much myself, but that's not the point. It's not targeted towards Anglo-Saxon individuals. And that's okay. The idea that everything has to be for everybody is a fallacy. The idea that, oh, I see a lot of white faces. Where the niggas at? Where the Mexicans? You are sick. You're sick. Let people have stuff, man. Like I've had it up to my my freaking testicles.
Now,
like, bruh, enough.
I wish Beardo was still here, because then there's again the tourists will take something they don't understand and turn into this. Then there's this one right here. No kings.
You think Batman would actually do that?
So Batman would go and punch the president of the United States? That's not what Batman would do.
Well, I mean,
okay.
they also did black men was killing white people. Remember?
Would Batman even do this if like it was the Lex Luthor as president arc or something like that?
No,
he didn't. And when Superman did do it, we got injustice, and Batman fought against it.
Yep.
Yeah.
He fought against a totalitarianistic regime. So I don't see so people, and once again, there's no king's nonsense. This isn't a real problem. These people are insane.
These are this is why I brought this up today. This is why I've been building over for a couple of weeks here. Tourism, these tourists are cancer.
They believe everything that's said to them. I'm not trying to get it political or anything like this, but they literally believe everything that gets told to them, to the point that they think that we're actually genociding people when nobody's being genocided. Everything's being ran above board, but because a bunch of people are getting their asses beat and people are getting just they're just freaking the fuck out for no apparent reason.
Yeah.
They have to go out there and try to act like we're being tyrants, but it's like, you guys are the ones acting like the actual tyrants and fascists here. We're just trying to actually apply the god.
And he freezed when he did that.
Yeah, I was like, I thought it was me for a second. I said, oh
no.
God,
He got shut down. They found him.
Boy, Derby's absolutely right.
Derby, run.
Derby's absolutely right.
The minority would not be able to shut down the government if it was totalitarian.
Under no circumstance. Okay, and I gotta bring this up.
Okay.
The right to bear arms was written into the Constitution for a very specific time period.
Yeah.
If the government got out of hand, we would use whatever is necessary in order to remove a totalitarianistic government out of range. Now, that was when we had muskets and knives. Okay. Fast forward a couple hundred years, they got freaking drone missiles that can blow me to kingdom come when I'm sitting on the toilet. Okay. There is no discrepancy between, hey, I'm gonna take back the government. No, man. No. If we really had a totalitarianistic government, all those people that were lined up on No King's Day, they would have became an ash cloud by the end of the afternoon.
Yeah. There would have been a genocide. There would have been an actual genocide.
You guys bring all this up, and in each and every one of these circumstances here, they're making us out to be the tourists, the ones who are not into it, the one that we are being unreasonable, saying it's our fault with stuff like this. And Derby, we're going to go over this next Sunday. Anime tourism isn't the problem. Elitism is. They're trying what we have here is classic commie Marxist work, reality inversion. They're saying the new people that came in isn't the problem. It's the people that were there first.
The new fucking people that keep coming in want to take fucking One Piece and say it's some sort of allegory for fucking Palestine. That's a real fucking thing for some fucking reason.
Right.
Yeah. These been going for like 20 years.
Yes.
Yes. These people are
laughable.
psychopaths.
Yeah.
It's just like Adam, you were talking about it to me the other night about being called a tourist in relation to D&D. You've been playing Dungeons and Dragons since you were a child.
1987.
And these people are just starting now that it's a little game. It's like, yeah, you're the outsider. You're the weird one. It's always been like this. I think there's few franchises that really epitomize the inversion reality than Doctor Who. Because when all this started with the Jodie Whittaker, the Ncuti Gatwa era, everyone was telling fans like me and Adam, you're weird. You're the exception. This is the way it should be going forward. And then they just started saying it's always been this way. That there's no more inversion of reality than claiming that something's always been this way with Doctor Who. It has not always been this way with Doctor Who. And it's just laughable to think that Adam and myself are Doctor Who tourists. I know more Doctor Who than 90% of people out there. And I'm still not an expert. There are some autistic people who can trounce me. But these people, they don't even watch New Who, and they're expecting me to feel like the outsider. They just want to weaponize these things for their own personal game and then forget about them the moment they're no longer useful or relevant.
Well, to take it back to like Pokemon, not Pokemon, One Piece for a second there.
Yeah.
They keep trying to say, well, One Piece is all about politics because they're taking on a tyrannical government, but they always ignore what Oda said when they finally tackle what the world government is. You're going to be sitting there wondering who really are the bad guys in all this. You're going to be left there wondering like what's actually supposed to be tackled there, but they don't ever address that point. They just say, well, tyrannical government, political. And these people are some of the dumbest motherfuckers I've ever seen that just want to take everything. Argument. They can't make an argument. Nope. They want to take everything to mix it to their own fucking thing. They fucking say Drum Island is all about free healthcare when it wasn't supposed to be about that. It was supposed to be showing you a parallel to what the fuck after Drum Island, Vivi, Adam, I need
Alabasta.
Alabasta. It was supposed to be a parallel to Alabasta where you're seeing what an actual tyrannical king does versus what King Cobra does.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's not healthy behavior. I unfortunately have been going down a rabbit hole on YouTube about flat earthers because I find it hilarious. And a lot of the same mentalities exist there as within the stand. When you talk to a flat earther, it's like, all right, how does this make sense? How does that make sense? This is what physics say. How do you explain how the sun moves? And just easy questions like that. A lot of times they'll just come back with, stop being lazy, figure it out for yourself.
As someone who's literally traveled around the world, it's round.
It's round.
I went to the other side of the world.
Hard for them. Gravity is very hard to understand. They have all these explanations like air density is why we go down. It's electrostatics why we go down, and anything but gravity.
Well, guys, listen. Okay, the Earth's not flat. The reality is the Earth's a lot bigger, and we're actually held in this little containment thing blocked off by Antarctica. So you see, I say that, you sigh. That's an actual conspiracy theory.
That is fun. I've heard some great ones, like Earth is a donut. We're actually on the inside of a sphere, looking to the center where the sun is. The center is the center of the Earth, or the sun is the center of the Earth. There's some wild ones out there, but it's the same unhealthy, diagnosable behavior and thought processes among those people that I've been watching in these stands. They can't form an argument. The flat earthers usually say some random shit that doesn't make sense, or stop being lazy, do the research for yourself, I won't handhold you. Well, you're trying to contradict all of established science, or in this case, lore, to make a completely wild argument. You've got to win me over. Like Dre always says, seduce me. Explain to me why this is actually reality. Explain to me why I'm wrong. I want to be correct in this situation, so give me a good reason to come over to your side. And all they do is emotional responses like, oh, you're just a bad person. You probably want to...
Name calling.
The name calling. It's always straight to ad hominems. There are steps between ad hominems and saying hello. There are some steps between.
I don't go into ad hominem until they really are showing how stupid they are.
Just, I would love to get into, even though like what you said, it's impossible because these people can't argue, they can't debate, they can't hold a legitimate thought in their brain.
That's correct.
These tourists say, okay, tell me when you were a fan. Oh, I've been doing this since 2022. Okay, let me go through my list of things I've been a fan of my entire life. All right, we'll start with Star Wars. 1983. I'm first gen Star Wars fan. I was a child, but I loved it. Let's see. Anime, 1985, 86. Robotech, Voltron, all that stuff. The first stuff you got to see. Take back then. Same year, Star Trek, mid 80s. As I started to watch the movies, and I saw the animated series, the fifth year voyage, which is dog shit, but a different conversation. Let's see. Dungeons & Dragons, 87, 88, around that time. I went to Ranny Summer Camp in Monmouth County, New Jersey. And a bunch of dudes who I thought were adults, just like 12 or 13-year-olds, but I thought they were giants to me. And I saw them playing, and I said, can I play too? Sure, we'll teach you how to play. And I started playing, and I've been playing ever since, off and on. Video games, 1985, the NES. Before that, the Commodore. Let's see. So that's a lot of decades between then and now, and all those things start. Magic, we can go into the 90s, because we wasn't there until the 90s. Other stuff like that. But, I can tell you how long I've been this stuff. And Jed is a young man. Dermy is a young man. They've been in this stuff relatively less, but the time they've spent in it, they've embraced it. They didn't try to change it. Jed said he's been into Doctor Who for the past several years as a young man, but you embraced it all. You didn't try to change it. And you're a better Doctor Who fan than I am. Doctor Who, I've been a Doctor Who fan legitimately since 2005 when New Who started. I'd seen a little bit of old Who, classic Who, but it wasn't really available on television. But then New Who started, I watched. So I've been there for about 20 years, off and on. But Jed, he got into it more recently than I did, but he really got into it. And he loved every segment. He has more knowledge than I do. And I can say you are a newer fan, but you are a stronger fan. You're a more passionate fan than I. Same with Dermy. Dermy knows more than I do about Doctor Who. Dre knows far more about comics than I do. All these things. Because we've been there. And I guarantee you march up to anybody on any one of these subjects we've rolled through here. Whether it's Star Wars, Star Trek, Doctor Who, anime, Magic the Gathering, Dungeons and Dragons. I guarantee their so-called fandom appreciation, it's 5 years or less, and they have tertiary knowledge compared to someone like Jed or Dermy, who came to something recently in their youth here and know way more because they actually learned it, watched it over and over again, read about it, watched lore videos is the thing now. Now, we live in the era of lore videos. Not hard to go pick something up. Thanks to Kel, I've been lured up on 40K. Even though I've been playing Warhammer since 1998, I played fantasy. I played side games like Necromunda, Blood Bowl, stuff like that. I didn't know a lot about 40K. In the short time, past few months, I've been lured up because you have lore videos made by passionate people who can show you what this stuff is.
My favorite lore videos is always Yu-Gi-Oh! Lore videos.
There it
There's
is.
so much more there. There's
there
so
it is.
much more there.
It's not hard to get lured up, but these people, these tourists, they don't even take the time to go look at lore videos. They'll dally in it for a little bit. They'll latch on to the activism angle of it and think that, oh, now we're a fan. Look, we're all united because we're marching around waving Andor freaking placards. I have friends everywhere. No, you don't have friends. You have fake allies who, if you step out of line in 1 second of the dogma, they will J.K. Rowling your ass.
It's true. It's true.
Allies everywhere. So tourists. I will argue tourists are to blame for a lot of stuff because they are who every one of these corpos, developers, all these creators have bent the knee to while ignoring us, who brought them the fame and the love that they have.
It's all Big Bang Theory's fault.
Yes!
Fuck
that
partially
show!
I do enjoy that show, but yeah, it's absolutely to blame for mainstreaming a lot of nerd culture. And you pointed it out very well. When you were talking about me getting into Doctor Who, I embraced it. These new stands, they're not embracing franchises as they are. They're demanding that franchises change into what they want them to be. It's a narcissistic, self-centered perspective that breeds from a broken individual. You have to be a very unhealthy individual to demand the world reshape itself to your will and the will of your small minority. It's not healthy. It's okay to not be into something. There's plenty of things that are well beloved out there that I've gone and tried. It's like, you know what? It's just not for me. I'll let those fans enjoy it. Just like Joey was talking about. Let the white people have their stuff. Let everybody have their stuff. The idea of making something for everything dilutes everything to where there's no substance to it whatsoever. If something is made for everybody, then it's made for nobody.
Exactly. You have to have a target demo. You have to have a target demo. That's how fandom is. But these are people that do not understand what fandom really is. Fandom, and tell the truth and shame the devil, fandom is gatekeeping. It is. It's the reality. There are levels to gatekeeping to it. It's, hey, this is our group. We enjoy these things. Now, however, you're always welcome to join in on the fun, but you have to respect the fun that's already being had. If once again, I'm not into D&D. Okay, I'm not into D&D, and let's say Adam, Jed, Derm, y'all all having a D&D game, and you all invite me. I am going to conform to how you all run your game. If I go into your game of D&D that you might have been running for months, and I say, you know what, I don't like any of this. Give me a laser gun. You know what I mean? Like I want a laser gun, and I want to just rescue all the skanks, and they'll do unspeakable things to my body. Like That's not how it works. Like no, that's not how you do. And I don't want to roll the dice. I want to roll the dice. I'm gonna flip a coin. I'm gonna just flip this coin, and then like let me get all these skanks, and then y'all can sit and watch. Like you know what I'm saying, I will come in here and ruin your game. You're gonna look at me like, hey, get out of here. And then if I turn around and say, how dare you? How dare you tell me that leave the game I invaded, and now that I am sodomizing in front of you, how dare you tell me to leave? It's ridiculous. It's your game. It's your fandom. It's your group. And I'm having the privilege of being invited to play along. The idea that tourists go into whatever franchise or whatever, and be like, this does not mesh with my sensibilities. That means it's wrong and bad, and it better change. Well, what about all of our fun? Screw your fun. I want it to represent the way I think and feel. Well, how do you make your own thing? No, I don't want to make my own thing. I want your thing. I want to go and destroy it. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous on its face. And you're right. And I'll give you credit. Like Big Bang Theory did do this. Big Bang Theory did do this by putting nerd culture into the mainstream. I liked when nerd culture was just ours. I liked it when it was just ours. It was fun. It was fun. Yes, did other people look at like, oh my god, you're still doing that? How old are you? Oh, you like Pokemon? I didn't care. I didn't give a crap.
I never got any of that. No one ever said that to me.
I got it.
Yeah, I got it. No,
we also
got it.
6'5" land beast. People know this.
Yeah, exactly. Well, for me, because I'm black. That was a huge thing. Being what we used to call ourselves blurs. Being blurs was like a no-no back in the day. All right, like granted, yes, I did play sports, and yes, I was into sports, which curved it a bit. But at the same time, like
what's worse, being blurred or being a blurred or being DL?
What do you mean DL? Like down low?
Down on
the like sucking cock behind the 7-Eleven.
Yeah. Like that, because I know gay isn't very popular in the black community. So what's worse, being a blurred or being down low?
So being in the black community, which is ironic. Actually, Jeremy, that's actually a very good question, because being on the down low definitely was frowned upon, to say the least. But being a blurred at the same time was not something that was celebrated. And it was definitely something that was like a mark on your forehead. So like if you're on the down low, people would hate that, but being a blurred wasn't too far behind, because they believe that nerd culture was white. That's what a lot of people believe. They believe that nerd culture was white. Like, oh, you're into G.I. Joe, you're into Transformers. That's stuff white kids get into. I'm like, well, what? I remember one time I was told that, because I love Transformers. I love Transformers growing up. And I had Gen 1 Transformers. I had my Ultra Magnus toy. Anyway, so I had my Ultra Magnus toy, and I was just chilling, minding my business. You're like, oh, what do you like? Why are you playing with that? Why are you playing with Ultra? Like, no, why are we playing with Transformers? Transformers are for white kids, and blah blah blah. I'm like, I said, I didn't see any white people in the shows. I'm looking at robots. I'm looking at robots. But it was a cultural thing. So being a black guy into nerd culture, it's a wild thing. That's what I'm saying. Like
it's full of like Uncle Tom shit. For just liking robots.
It's robots. I'm enjoying robots. Like, oh, and comics once again, that's white people stuff. That's white people stuff. I said, no, man, it's everybody's stuff. Like, where are black heroes? I said, I got like 40 comics of black-led superheroes, like right next to me. You're not even
Falcon
looking.
was awesome.
Exactly. I'm like you don't see this Icon comic sitting next to me. You don't see this Power Man comic sitting next to me. You don't see this John Stewart Green Lantern comic sitting next to me. You don't see any of this, but it's a cultural thing. So I know what it's like to be beat across the head just because I enjoy nerd culture. I know exactly what that's like. But these people are different. These people are the inverse. These people are, I don't like what you're doing, so I'm going to get into it so I can ruin it for you.
Tourists.
These are the people that got into Pokemon Go. These are the people that got into Pokemon Go.
And I think Pokemon Go is a sin against Jesus. That's my belief.
Every franchise can bring the root of their issues down to a tourist get involved, whether or not that's from fans coming over in the studios listening, or someone who was never a fan, who doesn't like the franchise, coming in as a creator, like with the Witcher TV show, Lauren Histridge. She's a tourist to The Witcher, but she's in charge of it for some reason. And same thing with Star Trek and everything like that. J.J. Abrams admitted when he was making his original Star Trek movies, I always liked Star Wars more, and this is just to get me in the sci-fi realm so people will take me seriously when I try to make Star Wars.
And he opened with that. Yeah. No,
It's
I'm
all
sorry.
tourism.
I slightly disagree because I'll take it to like Digimon. Digimon didn't have tourists get involved; they just made bad decisions.
That's different.
And then you get like Yu-Gi-Oh.
That's a
Yu-Gi-Oh hasn't
legitimate
had tourists.
decline.
Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh hasn't had tourists involved at all, and again, that's just another legitimate decline. It's still a fun game, but nobody's there to ruin
Two
it.
perfect examples in Star Wars. One, a little lesser known. You have to be really nerd. Pablo Hidalgo. Once he was brought in,
that dude exists.
He hates everything that came before he started working on Star Wars, excuse me. So he systematic broke apart, and then everybody's favorite, Dave Filoni. The Padawan to George Lucas. No. He hates everything George Lucas did, and in the intervening years since George left, has worked very hard to help undo everything George did. So
to focus on his own creations first.
Yep.
It's all Clone Wars. It's
all
not.
Time.
Hey,
Ahsoka.
Mm-hmm.
He has a weird heart-on for his own creation.
We talk about that plenty. So I'm all for making gatekeeping great again. Make gatekeeping great again. Hey, if somebody's coming up, yes. Here's a test. Are you here to join in the fun or change it?
Yeah, gatekeeping has always been misunderstood and used as a negative term, but it doesn't mean what they think it means. If you're using it like Dre and what you just said, Adam, are you here to join in the fun or try to change it? That's a legitimate form of gatekeeping. But you never went out and gatekept people from physically getting their hands on the franchise. That would be insane and impossible. So you can be gatekept from the fandom, but you can't be gatekept from the franchise. And they're acting like we're trying to stop people from watching Doctor Who when it's like, no, we're just having fun talking about classic Doctor Who or something like that. And they want to come in and change that. Gatekeeping is one of those words in our language that has been so warped and degraded, like media literacy, like Yahtzee, like so many of these other words that they don't resemble their original meanings. They're physically degrading language, just like they are their franchises.
That's how the commie Marxism works. You change the language, you change definitions so that you can change thoughts and hearts and minds.
It's a bunch of neuroff behavior.
Yeah, and here's the thing. We keep talking about it because we have to keep reminding people that this shit's still going on. We just showed it. That stupid No Kings nonsense. They're out there doing shit. This is why woke isn't dead. It's just changing its shape. It's turning to something else. And we don't take our foot off the throat. You don't take your foot off the pedal. You stay vigilant. You stay diligent. And you keep talking about it. Keep shining the ever pure sunlight of truth down to just burn it all away.
I'm ready to just stomp down on that throat.
Well, you're a big guy. I'll let you do it.
You're a big guy.
I'm ready to do it. I'm so tired of these people.
Well, you know what?
The building.
Best thing to do: point them out, laugh at them, keep mocking them. You let them use free speech against them because look, they all look like idiots right now. We just keep pointing and laugh. Ha ha ha. Anyway, so there it is. Tourism. No, it's what it is. One of the core reasons we have so much problem because of them. And I think we're done here. Before we go, though, I have forgotten to do this most of the months. Here's 5 free gifted memberships to the channel. There's 5 free gifts. Enjoy, guys. You guys get access to all the past games in the member section. I leave all gaming streams archived there. Go watch them. Dozens of hours of entertainment. Even current one, the current Final Fantasy, Evil's Chronicles stuff. It's all there. You can enjoy it, have a good time, and you play that again. We're playing that again this week. But let's go around the horn. Pimp our wares. I can speak, and we'll be on our way to have relaxing Sunday evenings. I still got stuff to do today. Jed, go.
Well, you can all find me on YouTube at Hollywood Scholar, at least for the time being. Now, that's all I'm going to say about that. There are big plans coming with my channel. I am working on some exciting behind-the-scenes stuff. Adam actually knows a little bit about it, and it's going to be a ground-up change going forward with my content, but that's still about a month away, working hard on that. So not a whole lot of content besides the regularly scheduled live streams, as always, with Saturday Night Drive-In, but Adam will get more into that. And someday we'll be doing Dungeons and Dragons. And I don't know if Adam was thinking this. I really want Dre to be on there now after what he was saying.
Well, there are 3 campaigns.
I done stepped in it now, Lord.
Yeah, they're what 6-week campaigns.
Some 4 to 6 week campaigns. Depends how fast you guys move along each storyline.
Yeah, that's no big commitment at all.
And it's bi-monthly. It's not every week. It's twice a month. Anyway, yeah, we're getting there. A lot of my personal plans got sidetracked this week because I was sick, so I am very behind in a lot of things. I was already behind in tabletop preparation. Now I'm even farther behind. But we'll talk about them later. And yes, I was wondering if you're going to bring up the rebranding. I was like, do I toss it to him?
No, I'm not going to reveal anything yet. Yeah. Just teasing that.
I know it's good stuff. It's stuff Jed is passionate about. So he's going to have his full heart in it. I'll say that, guys. It's good stuff. But we're still going to talk Witcher in a couple of weeks.
Mm-hmm. Yep, we're getting close to that. I got to read the book in the next week or 2.
Anyway, Dermy, you're streaming Pokemon tonight.
Yeah, I'm thinking about streaming Pokemon some more tonight, but I was looking at it. Fuck, I hate this. Okay, I have a new complaint. Why is it that I have to go through fucking competitive shit?
Oh, you're looking at the ranking.
Yes, I have to do that to get Greninja, which stops in November 5th, so I won't have Greninja to finish off the fucking storyline. I won't have Delphox until after that, and I won't have Chestnut till after fucking Delphox. It's so stupid.
All right, that's stupid. That's retarded.
I guess I'm not doing the living dex anymore.
I have to be fucking actually competitive to get the megas I really do want. Fucking retarded. Yeah, but I might have to grind some of that out, which that's gonna be. Oh fuck me! I hate competitive. I hate this. This is not something I wanted to be.
And the man next to you lives for it.
No, like I love VGC.
I do. Yeah. Now Dre's interested. Now he's like, yeah, it's my kids.
I love VGC. This is not something I wanted to ever try to be competitive in, and I have to get to rank K, and you start off at Z. You actually have to do a whole rank.
There's
climbing,
the grind.
It's like,
yeah,
that is not going to be fun.
The point levels are probably a little smaller though, but either way,
hopefully.
All right. And Jeremy, what are we doing next weekend?
Next week we have Anime Odyssey, in which we will be discussing Demon Slayer. Yeah,
season 1.
Season 1, not the entire thing. There's
no.
It's an easy conversation too, because it's so it's such a classic shonen. It's a classic story. There's nothing crazy going on there. Good versus evil.
Yeah,
cut and dry.
Yeah.
So
very good. And you got what else you got this week?
We got Ballbusters, where hopefully Beardo might be on Ballbusters this week. I don't know. We were going to talk more Pokemon and see what our final thoughts are. So we'll.
By then, you guys will have beaten it by then. I think
probably more than likely.
Yeah.
So we'll have that to look forward to.
Oh, lights are blinking again. We end the show. God damn it, Dre. Go.
It's good to be here with everybody. Shout out to the chat. You all have been wonderful. You all can follow me at TheBrute00 on Facebook, Instagram, and X, Twitter, and on my YouTube channel, Brew Playing Comics. And if I actually have some time for gaming, I will be posting to my DeBrute Plays. Now, hopefully, if I beat ZA in time and might be able to get a little competitive in there, I will be featuring some competitive battles on my streaming channel. We'll see how we get there. That's if I like it. We'll get there when we get there. And also, you can always check out all my comic work, all my voice work stuff, all that great stuff at bpcomics.io.
Excellent. As for me, later tonight, I have the weekly Wormhole Watch with Duke Devil, Bradley Burnett, Hitman, and Fractured Filter. We're going to be talking more Deep Space Nine. We got the Maquis Part 2. You can catch that on Brad's channel, Duke Devil 95, every Wednesday, edited version, including a new segment he calls the Latinum Lounge, where it's kind of the side conversations that go on. And he's got a good one where I have a crash out meltdown over Hitman not understanding the difference between the season 2 onesies in TNG and the 2-piece jacket and shirts and the Picard maneuver. And I melt down. I have a meltdown because Brad had to get up for like 5 minutes and Hitman asked it. And I lost it for a minute there. So it's entertaining stuff. Sometimes it's really nerd shit, but it's good. The Latinum Lounge, he'll be posting those as well. Tomorrow is Monday, which means we begin the week Monday through Friday, 1 p.m. Eastern. The Daily Dive, the Double Ds, where you, the chat, are in charge. You do things, make me do things. It's horrible. It's sad. and I have to take it because I'm a whore. Yeah, I do stuff for money, right? Anyway, and then of course
think for money.
Yeah. Oh, I got an idea for next time for Dermy karaoke. I can tell you about it later.
Oh God,
I've already told Jed. He laughed.
It's
but
no worse for you, Jeremy.
It's no worse for me. It actually will be funnier for the show if it works. Anyway, 1 p.m. Eastern, 5 days a week. Also tomorrow, it's one of those weeks where we'll be doing the Stream of Conscious, 11 p.m. Eastern, where we just log in and talk about stuff. We just talk for an hour. Whatever comes to mind. Tuesdays, we're playing Final Fantasy Tactics Evilist Chronicles on the solo gaming stream. And throughout the rest of the week, we take whatever happens with news and events and streams like that. And this Saturday, on Saturday Night Driving, the last of the spooky weekends, was my choice. I struggle because I'm not really into those types of movies. But in our conversation yesterday, I narrowed down to a choice. It's not a great movie, but it kind of fits the bill. We're going to be doing 13 Ghosts.
Ooh.
13 Ghosts, which will at least I think have a good discussion over the practical effects of the ghosts, which are all quite done. Dumbass movie. I mean, Jed's gonna hate every second of it.
I like the concepts they play around with, but
the concepts are good. Movie. It's got concepts, but it's not a great movie. So we're probably gonna rip it apart. I mean, it's got a good cast: Tony Shalhoub, Jeffrey Rush, and what's his name? Forgot. He was in Five Nights at Freddy's. He was the villain.
Shaggy from the Scooby-Doo live action.
Yeah. I can't remember his name. He's in it too. The chick who got naked in American Pie, she's in it too. So
did she get naked in this one?
No, but there is naked. There's naked ghost lady who's like looks. There's naked lady in this, but it's not good naked. Matthew Lillard. Thank you, Static. Matthew Lillard. Anyway, so we got that this Saturday, and we'll be back next weekend for another round table, 3 p.m. Eastern. We never know what's going to happen. I have no idea what it'll be next week, but we thank everybody for joining us today. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channels. We'll see you next time. Until then, take it easy, everybody.